Okay. Alright. We are live. Hello. Right into some minor issues. Streamlabs wanted to do an update, of course. Alright. And then, of course, Limbus was lagging pretty bad upon startup, but it seems okay now. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Then again, I've been having some weird lagging all day today on my machine. Maybe I need to reboot it. But too late for that. So, alright, now that we're here, let's go ahead and continue some Canto 8. With this chapter being Jiao's name. You have returned, young master. Yep. Good evening, Jiren. Jiren bowed wordlessly in that same detached coldness we sensed earlier. She did not seem at all excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him. A letter has arrived for you, young Master Baoyu. Letter? See, the text even lagged. Oh boy. You didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with, did you? My responsibility was to deliver the letter. To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Honglu, are you sure she's your maidservant? It's okay. She's not wrong. Jiren, can I ask you something? Jialing promised to play a rock tossing game with me, but I can't find him anywhere. Well, let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Jiren and I learned up to 10. Then he'll be back after 100 nights sleeps. Sleep 10 nights 10 times, then that's 100 nights. Wow, that's so cool. Jiren, you're so smart. Aw, it's nothing. It's something we all learn growing up. Jiren, I slept 10 times 10 nights, but I still don't know where Jialing's gone. Did I say that young Master Jialing was to return? You said he'll be back after 100 nights. Oh. 100 nights is hardly enough, young master. It will take at least 1,000 nights. Given what they did to him. I see. You're smart as always, Jiren. Young master, it's been years, but young Master Jialing's body is still decaying. He has lost control of over half of his body. What? Worst family in Limbus. Yeah, so far. Even after he was fed the boluses I sent him. I was told to relay that your boluses were useless, young master. The decay reached his brain, and I overheard the other servants gossip that it is impossible to recover from such a wound. The body is functionally dead. Death would be preferable, in fact. So give up your naive hope and forget about him. You're always so smart, Jiren. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Right, yeah. As I stood there pondering, Otis walked up to the front with the letter in hand. This is from Manager Sod. Hello everyone, heard you managed to pass the first round. I wrote this letter before I heard the news, actually. You wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed. The heck? But let's save the celebrations for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making alliances, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Meanwhile, you guys stumbled around, aimless and alone, before returning to your lodging. And here you are now, reading my letter.
이 인간 어디서
Is
지켜보고
she
있는 거 아니야?
watching us from somewhere? But not to worry. For your team specifically, round 2 doesn't require much strategizing. Because it'll be messy and continuous battle after battle. So, battle on, as you always do. Huh? That's what you do best, right? Hold on! I would like to go into more detail in this letter, but I'm sure this letter will be, and has been most likely, intercepted by someone from other candidates' clans or coalitions. So, in order for you to obtain our objective, you have to rely on what you have learned and gained so far. Your intuition and fearlessness. Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose. Contextual clues suggest that the one purpose is implied to be come in second place and obtain the golden bow. Well, that wraps up everything then. Oh, one last thing. Shameless curs who have rested their eyes upon the contents of this letter without authorization shall be struck down with the curse of misfortune that lasts generations upon generations. Never shall they ever be successful in any endeavor regardless of nature. The bottom part of the letter has been torn off. Huh. What a way to end a letter. So, does anybody know what to expect in round 2? That letter really didn't help with anything at all. It would be better to learn the exact rules on site and hear from the organizers themselves. It is likely that there are forces who already have their eyes and ears on us. Executive Manager, there is someone by the door. Right on cue, eh? I don't think that's what this is. Damn it, you! Grab your weapons! Prepare for bat! Despite our rush, the person by the door was none other than Jashishan. She wore an expression that we have grown quite familiar with by now. An interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Why do I ever expect anything better from you anymore? So, you're just opening your front door to anyone, without even checking who knocked. Just like that. I thought you were done talking with... Yeah, we can be pretty heedless from time to time. But I don't think anyone who's intending to kill us would have the decency to stand and hesitate in front of my door wondering if she should knock or not. Earlier, in round 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jamu and Big Sister Yuanchin, didn't you? And revived yourself in front of them too, I presume. Yeah. Why even go that far, huh? What's kind of into you, brother? Family hierarchy, really? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I could tell, just from that look on your face. But you couldn't care less about becoming something like the family hierarch. Is that really it? That they told you to do it? Shichun, imagine, just for the sake of it, what if our actual goal isn't to come in first place? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Saw doesn't play around. Yeah, she does not. Right, totally. Heck, I wouldn't buy that either. Anyways, I'm not here to ally or parlay with you. I am never ever doing anything like that with you again, brother. It'll be nighttime soon, you know. And your room's always been so dark because you barely let so much as a ray of moonlight in. Seems like she's warning us that we'll be visited by some uninvited guests soon. Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden, unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates are prohibited from hurting each other? The candidates, not their cohorts. I see. And the only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it. Right.
우회적인 경로를
They won't
통해서는
intervene as long as a candidate's
식으로든
not trying to
상관없다는
kill a
거지.
fellow candidate, literally, with their own hands.
그러니
So don't trust
오빠의
anyone,
시종들도
even
믿지
your
마.
maidservants.
직접 여기로 와줘서 고마워.
Thanks for coming here in person, Jichin.
내일은
Tomorrow, we'll
정말 적으로 만나는 거야.
we'll really be enemies.
이제 와서 바뀌는 것도 없을
I know it's
테지만
too late to change anything, but
내일이면
tomorrow... Jishin stumbled over her words, trailed off, then turned around and left, as though she swallowed what she'd wanted to say.
사실 아가씨께서
When she
여기로
expressed a wish to
발걸음한다고
visit you
하셨을
herself,
때 3번을 말렸습니다.
I made 3 attempts to talk her out of it.
저의 위치에서 3번이나 말린
It was
것은
highly impertinent of
가당치 않은
someone of
일이긴
my
합니다.
station to advise against her 3 times, yes, but
그만큼 아가씨께서는
I implore
쉽지
you
않은
all
선택을
to know that
하셨다는
her
걸
choice to come here was
알아주십시오.
not an easy one.
실례인 질문일 수도 있지만
I know this question could sound a bit
상황은
nosy,
좀
but
괜찮으신가요?
are things okay over there?
최선을
We will face the
다해낼
trial to the
생각입니다.
best of our abilities.
부디 마주칠 일이
I
없고
wish with all my heart that our
진심으로
paths will not
바라겠습니다.
cross tomorrow.
동감이요.
And I share his sentiment.
저들과는
I
서로
wish not to
해를 가할
ever
일은
bring
없게
harm to
되길
them,
바라고
nor
싶고요.
they to us in turn. Oh.
뭐 그게 생각만큼
Well, when
마음대로
anything's
되겠냐.
ever gone as we wished, eh? But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy. Everyone's upsetty. Intruders.
마침내.
Oh, moon, once it waxes and wanes. Oh, water, once it fills, it overflows. For all lights must go out, the night is still.
때가 되었네요.
It's time.
오감을 곤두세워라.
Sharpen your senses.
어이,
Hey,
이
what are
건물에
some known
침입자가 올수 있는
infiltration
경로는
routes in this building
어떤
that our
곳이었지?
enemies could use?
일단 상대 쪽에서
Anywhere,
암습을
really.
하겠다고
As
마음을
long as the
먹으면
assassin's willing to
어디든
put their
가능한
mind to it.
모양이더라고요. 한 번은
There
침대
was this one
밑에서부터
time
나오신
when one
적도
of them suddenly
있었으니까요.
appeared from under my bed.
그건
That sounds
진짜
kind of terrifying.
무섭겠네.
Ryoshu, who was leisurely puffing her cigarette as the sinners were looking around in full alert, suddenly pointed up.
위,
Up.
천장,
Ceiling. Someone just landed above us.
아,
Ah,
천장에
so
내려앉은
if they're hiding
거면
in the ceiling,
이미 이 방 밖에도
there must be more waiting
명
for
더
us just
포진되어
out the
있겠네요.
door. Honglu spoke casually, as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. Impressive. You're pretty sharp. The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons toward the voice, but the assassin dodged back with ease and chugged from a gourd in his hand.
Huh?
Wait, this smells like...
이 냄새 설마
Is that
저것이
Saw drinking on the
이 와중에
job?
술 처먹고 있는 거냐?
밤중에 일하러
Give me a
나온 것도
break.
서러운데
I'm an old guy on a night
술까지 못
shift.
마시면
I
무슨
say I
낙으로
deserve a
일하겠나.
drink.
목표는
Our
가보
target's young master Jiao Baoyu.
빨리
Let's
죽이고
kill him quick
돌아가야지.
and call it a night. With that, the enemies began flooding into the room. Oh boy. Let's see. So they like to inflict bleed, huh? Ah, prioritizes Honglu. Uh-huh. Yup, they certainly do. Oh, it's chaining.
예측할 수 없게
That makes sense, I guess.
어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
He also doesn't think there's so much to worry about in the skill set, so...
임파스터. 어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채.
아이,
그대. 임파스터.
I am dropping
좋아.
frames.
지령에게 불확실한 것은
Look at
없네.
that.
감상은 어떤가요?
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
My computer.
훌륭한 단말.
낮도 밤도 지어 숨이 닿도록 베어냈군. 원망도 못하지.
그의 슬픈 눈빛, 의기심장해.
미래를 과거와 같이
당신의 소재로 써보고 싶습니다.
예측할 수 없게.
Wow, they really sent a lot of assassins.
더 약해라는 소재를 통달한다면
여섯째,
마지막으로 남길 말?
자, 자, 차대. 흔들렸군. 내가
마비 교환.
공격팀의 내장품 특별히 보여줄게.
그려낸 대로
아듀.
지나.
의기심장해. 아홉째, 완료. 시리멸렬.
저희 영감을 일깨워 주시는군요.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은 세 가지 작품을 뜻하죠. 비록 지금 제 작품이 만인의 신금을 울리지는 못하더라도 여전히 반지에 부끄럽지 않은 작품을 선보이고 있는 것 같네요.
Oh, this is just straight combat. Okay.
입정을 알리는 음악 소리가 들리는군.
아, 돈키호테. 그래, 이번 전투를 잘 마치면 칭찬해주겠어.
그려낸 대로
어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에. 임파스터.
소바주.
이제 한 쌍의 상황볼과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가
필연적. 절대적.
The frame dips seem to me not as bad.
임파스터. 예측할 수 없게.
셋째,
태어났어. 낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 닿도록 배워낼 것.
내가 공기력되면 애장품 특별히 보여줄게.
그려낸데
훌륭한 반말이야.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
태어났어. 원망도 위협하지마.
아프잖아.
Uh-oh, someone gets staggered? I think it was Dawn.
임파스터.
Yeah, it was Dawn.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 닿도록 배워낼 것. 원망도 위협하지마.
항상 저희 영감을 일깨워 주시는군요. 보여드려야겠군요.
다음엔
왜냐하면
당신의
예술
소재로 써보고 싶습니다.
그려낸데
The little guy all by himself.
파우스트, 신체 파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
저희 뼈로 달관해도 네. 이제야 친해졌네요.
Ta-da. Nope, there's still some issues. It's just not as noticeably bad, I guess.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는
where
마에스트로가
are we?
되기 위해
Alright, Night Ambush
인정받은
2.
세 가지
Hey, we
작품을
get some story in
뜻하죠.
this one. And
비록
a new enemy.
지금 제 작품
어떤 조직 놈들인지 면면 좀 받을까?
Oh, the old man's here now. Woo-hee. What? Still working on it.
아직도 안 끝났어?
이전 사이와라는
It
놈도
seems that we
그렇고
are continually underestimated by our foes.
생각보다 우리를
Shiyuwa
허접하게
made the
계산하는
same mistake. You didn't seriously think that
정도
we would
숫자로
be
우리를
defeated by such a
전복시킬 수 있을 거로
pathetic force,
생각했나?
did you?
에휴,
Ow,
코라프게
ow.
소리 지르기는.
Pipe down. You're giving me an early hangover.
사신의 사고
Why
뭉치하고
don't you compare us to that little troublemaker of the Shi family, will you?
조심하세요, 오티스.
Be careful,
저자는
Otis. His combat capabilities are leagues beyond those of his companions.
혼자서 여유를 부릴
So
이유가
that's why he's so sure of himself. I see.
소속과 이름을
Identify your name and allegiance.
이 바닥에서 그런
Really?
걸 의포될
I think I
사람이
just tell you
있겠어?
all that if you ask nicely. Working in this line of business,
소속도 없지.
I have no name nor allegiance to give you, friend. No, I have no name to
그렇게 오래
give.
살아오니
I have a
멋대로
title that
붙여준
others
이름을
took the
잊지
liberty of
말아줘.
giving me. You tend to pick up one or two of those after surviving for so long.
한 손에는 술병을
He who
들고
emerges with a
나타나
liquor
야음속으로
bottle,
사라지네.
only to fade into the nightly shadow. The world has deigned to call him the Night Richer of the Drunken Palm. That's quite a title. Okay, what do you do? You mean swig? So what does swig do? Ah, you heal. And get stronger, but also get fragile. And she get drunker. 5 shield for every swig. Oh, what the heck? Failed to hit. Gain 3 offense level down. I see. And also less than 70% HP a turn and this unit failed to hit long move with a skill. Gain 6 offense level up? What the hell, man? Excuse me? Five people are gonna attack that too. Oh, you're not gonna have time here, are you? Shoot. Man, everything's faster than the rest of my guys. I can't really stop a lot of those attacks. Shit, let's go here. Trains.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
The numbers, they were not in my favor.
하나.
Yikes. Oh my god.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Wait a minute.
무아몽중.
How's he looking? He actually took that pretty well. I'm kind of surprised. That's actually very surprising. He took that so well. Okay, you have a counter. It's not clashable. Hell, yeah, that's not really gonna do anything. God, he's got so much bleed. Wonder if I should just have Ryoshu eat him.
써봐주.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Damn.
보는 눈이 부족했는지.
See, it's not guaranteed Rio should be beaten, but could try to have her beat one of them.
관람객분들께 더 이상
that
주태를
method.
보일 순 없죠.
Let's see. Oh boy. Looks like he's only on this way. Yikes. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Artemis, you're gonna have to get off of my work laptop. And this. Issue. That guy. I got that counter. No, the counter is being handled. Okay. Who's on this one? Target. Here. So this is.
감상은 어떤가요?
Now you can leave them on that laptop to your heart's content.
이 순간이 다
Kitty wants attention?
되었네.
Nah, she just wants to lay on the warming device. She's actually not asking for attention. At least right now. Maybe if I have to voice Don Quixote, she'll be asking for attention. Uh-oh.
지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Alright then. Okay, so let's see there. I'll do that. My man, you are all right. Oh, and you're at 5. Okay.
그려낸 대로
몸이 유쾌하게 그댄 선택받았으니
Wait, Don's target.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어내구만.
시리니얼
Oh, let's just do that. Victory.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지
Maybe. Hey.
죽음의 냄새가 난다.
Oh,
이
Five or
순간이
so.
닿도록
진짜
베어내리라.
이었군요.
I'm so sorry, buddy. And Furiosa.
유쾌하게 그댄 선택받았으니
미래를 과거와 같이
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
Oh, we lost two people along the way, but we did it.
이젠 네 놈만 남았다.
You're next, and the last one.
주인도 지키지 못한
Strangely
죄지.
confident you are for someone who has failed to protect her master. He doesn't know that the sinners can come back from death.
뭐
Well, now that I've claimed young Master Bayou's life, I should be free to clock out. There's no coming back from a crushed brain. Real shame. Had he studied under my tutelage, he could have almost matched me in skill. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. And after a brief break, I revived the dead sinners.
대체 어떤
Who could have
방문에서
possibly sent him?
보낸 건지.
아까 그 가치우라는
Could be
놈이
that
보낸 거 아니야?
Jiachu bloke from
눈빛
earlier?
여전히
You saw the way he was glaring at the rich boy. He wasn't the only one glaring daggers at Hong Lu, you know.
야, 괜찮냐? 혹시
Oi,
정신이
you alright?
헛가닥한 거면
Your brain's feeling funny. Ask him to turn the clock again.
아니요.
No,
조금
it's just
생소해서요.
that this feels new to me.
원래는 여기서
Whenever I
습격이
was
있을 때마다
attacked in here,
이
this
건물이
building
한없이
felt so
넓기만 하다고
infinitely
생각했었거든요.
vast.
그런데 여러분들이랑
But now that I'm
있으니까
here with all of you,
이렇게 또
it feels so
북적거리는
crowded and
공간도 없네요.
alive.
그게 무슨
That's
일이야?
funny how?
뭐
Well,
우리가
I imagine he's saying that he's happy we've got his back, to paraphrase. Yeah, I guess that'd be a way to interpret it. Jiren. Let's go.
도련님,
Young
떠나기
master,
전
I have brewed
영화차를
some newer
타겠는데
tea.
드시겠습니까?
Will you imbibe some before departing?
안
No way,
마시겠다고 해요,
Hong Lu.
홍우 씨.
Remember how the envelope we
편지
received yesterday was
뜯어졌던 거
torn
잊었어요?
open? Refuse it.
아무도 믿어서는 안 된다고요.
저는 괜찮아요.
I'm okay. I'd love some
내와줘.
tea, Jiren.
스빈.
Jiren, thank you.
네, 도련님.
Yes, young master. Honglu sips Jiren's tea.
그러다가 혹시나 차
Hey,
안에 무슨
that tea could be
독이라도 있으면
poisoned. I know we have Dante here.
아무리
We're
단테
being
씨가
too
계신다 해도
reckless.
너무
단테님이 계셔서
I wasn't
아무
being
생각
reckless
없이
on
마신
account of
것은
having
아니랍니다.
Dante around. If I was, and if it really had been
단테님이
poisoned,
고객이
I would be
아플 일이
needlessly hurting
있으니까요.
Dante in the process.
그저
I just,
스빈이 이렇게
even if
무뚝하게
she's become a
되었어도
lot less friendly,
스빈은
Jiren's
스빈인
still
체니까
Jiren.
문제
So I
없을
thought it
거라고
would be okay.
생각했어요.
That's when I realized that Jiren's odd change of character is reminiscent of those we'd seen earlier in the back streets of District 8. Jiren went through a lot of revivals, didn't she?
맞아요.
Yes.
제 가장 가까운
She's my closest
시종이라
maidservant, so
값비싼
she was on the
생명보험에
most expensive
들었었거든요.
version of life insurance. So, when you say Jiren's still Jiren, you mean that her memories are intact.
네.
Yep. Life insurance doesn't actually decay your memory, but still, you'll slowly erode away. Like a stone weathering merciless gusts and rainstorms, the memory shrinks and shrinks, slowly losing its definition until the form itself is lost. It only leaves the faint sensation that the stone was once there until it was no more. But I hope that faint sensation remains a warm remembrance to Jiren, at least. Jiren quietly cleared away the tea set. We could not tell if she had heard Honglu or if she cared at all, if she did. Regardless, we left her to her job and made our way to the palanquin that was waiting to take us to the round 2 venue. When marching out to meet your foes in the deadly war, normally, most sinners would have laughed Otis off for being overdramatic. But today, they were all listening intently to her every word. We've already had several close run-ins with the candidates and their factions, and even the formidable Heisho pack. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously. We must first learn as much as possible about our primary foe, the one that poses us the greatest threat, if you will. That is Jia Qiu. So, let's list everything we've learned about that individual so far. Well, we know that he has no problems with bloodying his own hands. Remember how he grabbed those decapitated heads? And we know that he tried to ensure that both our team musicians wouldn't participate in the family hierarch war. Or tried to ensure. We are also aware that he is flanked by Jilu, a mighty Heisho, and Zhigong, a strategist. And it seemed like he was the one who sent the assassins from last night too, right? Yeah. We know that he's definitely wary of us, so we should also stay on guard. As we all know by now, Guangyun is led by 4 ancient and great houses: the Jia, the Shi, the Zhu, and the Wang. Ever since the times before my own birth, this place was a den of political intrigue, a jungle where a single misstep could spell your death. Today, the Jia family holds the most power and influence among the 4. Which means that I was at the top of the world, afforded a life of luxuries and leisure, the kind of envious life that everyone looks up to and aspires to attain. But Big Brother Chu, he was beneath even the rock bottom of the same world. Rock bottom? A metaphor for aught, perhaps? If it isn't, then I presume he's implying that someone pushed Jia Qiu to the depths. Yes, many, many hands pushed him toward the cliff, until there was no room for him to back up to. Until his only remaining choice was to plummet. Let's see, so what happened? Brother Chu, the last surviving descendant of the annihilated Kong family. Yet, his surname was Jia, was it not? His mother was from the Kong family. How? My hand was probably one of the many that pushed him off the cliff. Oh, how so? Just his existence? I don't think you're the kind of person to do something like that, Honglu. No need to make excuses for me. Envy and jealousy came about from my grandmother and the elders' favoritism. Because after all, he's the priceless or treasured jade of the family. And where there is a zenith, so exists a nadir. Hiding won't let me get away from it, so I'm going to accept it. Honglu remained placid throughout the entire reveal, It's always making some innocent commentary about weather and the clouds going by. In fact,
엄지와 붙어먹은 것. 그것들도 경계해라.
watch out for the ones working with the thumb, too. It was Ryoshu who appeared more agitated than he was.
엄지?
The thumb? Oh,
Oh,
the walking brick
그때
shithouse from
떴대요?
earlier.
네,
Lehen.
유독 경계하네 류슈. 원래라면
Don't you usually just...
가만히가.
It's because he's powerful. Silence descended in the palanquin.
류슈가 누구 보고
Has
순순히 강하다고 한
Ryoshu
거.
ever called
들어본
anyone
사람?
straight up powerful before? No one replied. I think that's the first time she's ever said something quite like that about somebody. Okay. Hey, we're in the slums. Lindayu.
2차 심사장소 입구에
We have
당도하였습니다.
arrived at the venue for the second round of the evaluation. We found ourselves at some kind of deep subterranean area with multiple lifts installed inside it. Oh. Some contestants were already rising on those lifts, but most of them had elected to remain down here to quietly and furtively discuss their strategies. As for us, we were slowly getting used to our presence, drawing the attention of every single person in the room the moment we entered.
참가자분들은 각자
Contestants must now
순간들을
each
타며
board their lifts
위로
and
올라와
ascend.
주시면 됩니다.
그럼
Well then,
저희도
should we get going too?
탑승할까요? 너무 눈에
I
띄는 것
feel like
같은
we're
느낌이라
drawing
얼른.
way too much attention, so let's... We were stopped by a voice calling us.
오라버니,
She also mentioned something about the middle. Yeah, it's rare to see Ryoshu frazzled. I can't remember what she said when talking about Ricardo. I don't know if she actually called him powerful. She might have called him strong, but I don't think she really called him powerful, which could be very different things in Ryoshu's book. Okay. Big brother Baoyu. Ah,
대요.
Dayu.
그간 안녕하셨나요?
Have you been well? I'd seen a child who looked just like her a few times in Honglu's memories. I remember her beaming at Honglu as she made a mound of petals with one hand. But now, she looked on at him without a discernible emotion, a spear in the very same hand.
대요. 네가 가주대전에 참여하게 될
대요?
줄은 몰랐네.
I didn't think you'd be participating in the family hierarch war.
잊으셨나요, 오라버니?
Have you forgotten that my
예나
family
지금이나
cannot exist unless
저희
we are in
집안은
service
누군가의
of
밑에
greater
있어야만
houses?
건사할 처지였어요. 지금은
I am but a blade
설씨
serving a
세가에서 칼을
clan
쥐고
from the
있을 뿐입니다.
Jue family.
그렇구나.
I see.
보천 누나 내에서
For Big Sis Baochai's family.
네,
Yes, I will be
그러니
fighting in the
앞으로도
service of
남은 날
others to the last of my
다른
days.
사람을 위해 싸우다 죽게 되겠죠.
대요.
Honglu took a step toward her, but she raised her hand and pushed him away. It was not a threat, but her gesture carried such implicit resoluteness that it brought Honglu to a stop.
대요. 나는 곧 대관원을
I'll be
떠날 거야.
departing Daguangyeong
어르신들께서
soon.
세상에 나가
The others have
좀 더
commanded me
많은
to
걸
leave here and
경험하고 오라
experience
하셨거든.
more of the world.
떠난다고요?
You're leaving Daguangyeong?
결국
So you leave me now,
그날의
still
어떤
refusing to
답도 해주지
illuminate me the
않으시고.
truth about that day.
이렇게 떠나시는군요.
Why?
왜 계속 그렇게
Why
웃고만
won't you
계시는
stop
건가요?
smiling like that?
부디
Then
다시
I
돌아오지
hope you'll
않기를
never come back
바라겠습니다.
here again.
한때는 정답게 지내는
We shared an
인연이었지만
intimate bond once,
모든 건
yet all is for
공연한
naught.
지금은
Now
하늘에도
I am
땅에도
unbound by the
엉망이
heavens,
없고
unbound by the dirt.
이 마음엔
Still lies this heart of mine now, with emptiness
남아있지
wrought.
않아요. 꽃이 필 때는
A blossom
그것이
may be lovely now,
사랑스럽지만
but its wilting sharpens the blade of woe, the blade of
슬픔만
hurt.
더하게 되니 차라리
Our meeting never should have come to
처음부터 만나지 않는 게
pass.
좋았을까.
너는
You always
언제나
say things that are so
듣기
difficult and
어렵고
saddening to hear.
슬픈 말을 하는구나.
제 장례는
My own
일찌감치
funeral was held long ago,
뒤늦게
and now,
오라버니께
having
인사를
met you for the
드렸으니
final time,
부디
when we meet our
이곳에서
ends
서로
here,
죽을 때는 형체도 남지 않게
may we
되는
each
한 줄기
become a lone
연기가
thread
되어
of formless smoke
바람에
to be
흩날리게 되길
scattered to the
바랄게요.
winds. With that, Dio walked away from us.
아,
Ah,
여러분들께는
looks like I
소개를
forgot
미처
to introduce her to
못해드렸네요.
everyone.
어렸을 때 잠시나마
She's someone with
인연을
whom I
맺었던
had a brief
아이랍니다.
connection in my childhood.
지금은 보다시피
Though,
좋지
I
않은
guess our
상황에서
reunion
제외하게
was
되었지만요.
made under pretty unfavorable circumstances.
누군가의 호의로
That she has
이곳에
come here in
왔다 하면
service of another candidate means that we'll be enemies the next time we meet. Yusing trailed off without vocalizing that sentiment inside.
인연이란 건
Connections are
이토록
such
제멋대로
fickle things
달라지는
after all.
것이니까요.
Honglu muttered with a faint hint of loneliness as we entered the grand lift, enclosed by 4 pillars. The lift rises ploddingly. When I looked down, I could see the other candidates still waiting for their lifts, looking up at us. The candidates whose fates may or may not intermingle with our own in this battle. Jia Bao Yu! You will never leave this place alive! No matter what it takes, we'll cut off your head! No matter what it takes! I don't think it's gonna matter. Someone screams bitterly from beneath us, but the lift does not stop.
홍루군,
Young Hung Lu,
우리가 앞으로 만나게
are we
될
to be
자들은
battle villains henceforth in this quest?
저들에게는
But to them,
저희가 악인인
we are the
것이겠죠?
villains.
그렇다면
Then
저희에게도
are they
저들은
to be
악인
evil in
것일까요?
our eyes?
의미
It's a
없는
distinction
분별이네요.
without a difference.
분명한 건
Well, whichever is the
앞으로
case,
만날 자들 중에서는
I'm pretty sure that
적과 아군을
trying to
구분하는
draw a
것만큼
clear line
의미
between
없는
enemies
짓은
and
없을
allies
거예요.
won't mean much. It seemed that we finally arrived at our destination as the lift slowed down. We were greeted by a sight that, at first glance, appeared as though it belonged outside, but we were still clearly within the confines of Hong One. Oh yeah, you're right. It's like the facility in Squid Games. Underneath the blue sky were 2 metal gates leading into a massive looming structure. Red lights flickered ominously around the building.
이 넓은 공간을 건물
Looks like they
바깥처럼
decorated this huge
도대체
space to look like the outside. I can't even fathom how much money they must have poured into this project.
가주 심사.
Family Hierarchy Evaluations Round 2. A disembodied voice echoed from the speakers with a buzz.
시작.
Begins now. The door to the lift that carried us up here closed shut.
아,
Oh, I
이곳이
finally
어디인지.
recognize where we are.
와본 적
You've been here before?
여기는
This place is
옛날에 공씨 가문이
the site of the
운영하던
former
고
H-Corp
H사의
that was once
터랍니다.
headed by the Kong family.
아직 그때의 상처가 채
This
아물지
place
않은
still
곳일
bleeds
텐데
from the wounds made
이제 새로운
then.
피가 또
I wonder
덮어지려나요?
if we will be spilling fresh blood over them today. We are surrounded by the loud and crowded bustle of the teeming audience. Is Honglu smiling still, as he always has since our first meeting? I turn around to face him, only to see a much younger Honglu. The deep sorrow in the child's eyes was about to overflow, as if he were ready to burst into tears. Oh boy! Oh! Dungeon time! See, it's a good thing I didn't use up any of my tokens. Alright, before we pop into the dungeon then, I will be right back. One moment. right. Well, okay, I finished leveling you. And you're uptight. Everybody is uptight, actually. Okay. In we go.
3일 시작.
뜰 앞에서
Dungeons a wall.
서러워하는
Yeah, I have a feeling
꽃 장례 지내는
there's a good chance I
사람이요.
will not be finishing this in one go. Oh, the garden sorrow bearer. Lamenter at the flower funeral.
꽃갈기 홀로
Flower
서고
rake in hand.
눈물을
Teardrops in
짓더니
eyes.
빈 가지 뿌려진
You
눈물에
carve blood-stained tears upon branches.
빗자국이 어려있네.
You're in the way.
어젯밤 뜰
I
밖에서
heard yesternight from
슬픈
the
노래가
garden a song
들렸는데
of grief.
그것은 꽃넋과 가는 새 넋의
An
울음.
elegy for a flower and a bird departing.
가는 봄이
Availed
안타까워도
not to hold the
할 수
parting
있는 것은
springs.
없어. 그 수많은 울음 소리에
Surrendered I become, heeding the
그저
endless
듣기만
woe
하는
sans
수밖에.
relief.
이제 알겠느냐?
Do you understand now, child?
무엇도 없단다.
There is nothing you can do.
그러니
Thus. And was that the grandma talking? In the silent, windless sands stood only the desolate ruins of a building, swept through and thoroughly destroyed by a brutal, unstoppable force that was determined to leave nothing in its wake. Remember the day ruin came to the Kong family, who have brought this destruction upon themselves through their grave transgressions. To violate the laws of Hong Yuan is no tragedy. As such, it warrants no pity, only humiliation and scorn. This site of history stands as a monument to the inevitability of karma.
그렇다면 여기가
So this is
멸문했다던
the
공씨가
annihilated Kong family's building? Ishmael asked Hung Lu, having read the plaque on the building.
네, 맞아요.
Yes, it is.
지금은 사용하지 않는
It is no
공간이죠.
longer in use.
그렇다면
So everyone inside
이
this
안에
building must
계셨던
have
사람들은
been
전부 도대체 어떤 죄를
What?
지었길래
kind of transgressions could they have possibly have committed to deserve to be destroyed like this?
이만한 건물이 뿌리채
If there
폐허가
was something to lay
되었다는 건
waste to a building of such
조직이나
magnitude,
해결사
of
간의
such
충돌 수준이
totality,
아니다.
it cannot have been a
전쟁에
mere
가까운
strife
규모의
between syndicates or
사건이 있었을
fixers.
테지.
Something must have happened here, nothing less of a war to leave these ruins behind.
맞아요. 아무리
You're
도시라고
right.
하더라도
It was
흔히 볼 수
unusual,
있는 풍경은 아닐
even for
거예요.
the city.
머리가
And that's because
이곳에
the head
왔었거든요.
was here. Hung Lu replies like it was the most obvious answer to a complicated question.
머리
The head?
금기를 어겼군요.
So the Kong family
공씨 사람들이
broke a taboo,
그 다음엔
and the
청소부분들이
sweepers
이어서
came to clean
뒤처리를
up
했죠.
anything that was left behind,
금기와 관련된
to erase
모든
any
것을
sign of whatever it was
남겨놓지
that
않기
violated the taboo. The head must really be a terrifying entity if the mere mention of it could cause the sinners to shrink so much. As we were ambling aimlessly with this revelation. Welcome to round 2 of the evaluation, brave contestants. A disembodied but sonorous and excited voice broke the silence through the speaker.
공정성에 대한 여러 문의를 적극적으로
As there were
수용하여
numerous
2차
complaints
심사부터는
regarding the
제가
possible
새롭게
partiality
순서를
issues with
맡게
our
된 점
previous
양해
host,
부탁드리면서
please understand that I'll be taking over as the host with the start of the second round. Looks like this Jia Jing got kicked off from the host seat.
자 잠깐.
Oi,
저기
hold up a
있는
minute.
저거
Up there, are they?
설마
Don't tell me we
구경꾼이냐?
got a live audience. What initially appeared to be a dilapidated rooftop was revealed to be where the spectator seats were installed. They were filled to the brim, to the point where I couldn't spot a single empty seat.
의자까지 설치된 것으로 보면 관객이라 보는 것이 맞겠군요.
It would be reasonable to assume that they are indeed spectators, considering the way the seats are arranged.
1차 심사에서 소란이 있긴 했지만
There are some unfortunate troubles in the first round, yes, but hey, this is our once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to watch the family hierarchy evaluation live and in person. Is it worth it or what? We want to give as many people as possible the opportunity to witness the history in the making. Alrighty then. Before we really get the game rolling, please give the contestants a round of applause and cheer. Let them meet this challenge as their best selves. Yeah. Holy mackerel, what a shit show.
우리가 밑에서 쎄 빠지게 고생하는 걸.
They're sitting on their arses, popping popcorn in their mouths while we're stuck shitting bricks down here.
아마 내기판도 열렸을 거예요.
I'm sure they've been placing bets all night.
저희에게 거신 분은 거의 없겠지만요.
Though I doubt many of them bet on us.
전부 후회하게 해주지.
They'll regret that.
이곳 실내인
By the way, we're still indoors, right?
분명 지하로
Didn't we descend deep into a basement? Even if we did ride a lift upward, how come there's a blue sky above us? Hong Lu could explain that we're still within the subterranean area of Hongwon, but most of the sinners are having a hard time believing that, with the pale blue sky above them.
홍원에 사는
So this is a
부유한
practice
자들
limited to the affluent class of the Hongwon.
인공적으로 꾸미기도
Many have
합니다.
taken to installing artificial
이미
environments within their
그
rooms.
주인분자의 취향대로 방을 꾸민 건물들이
In fact, there are
여러
several
존재하죠.
buildings within Dogwongyong decorated in much the same manner.
네. 어르신들을 만나러
Yes,
가는 길도
the road taken to
이런
visit the
느낌으로 꾸며져
elders is
있어요.
similarly decorated.
가는 길은
Always so
언제나
sunny and
화창하고
green.
푸르죠. 바깥보다도 오히려 더욱 바깥 같달까요?
And it feels more like the outside than the actual outside.
그런데 저건 뭐야?
So what's that? I realized that what Rodeo was looking at was a parasol. It was installed in such a random place that I doubt it was actually here for anyone to sit under.
아, 저건 파라솔이네요.
Oh, that's a parasol.
파라솔인
I
건
know what
나도
a
알지.
parasol is, alright?
왜 저기에 고무 파라솔이 남겨져 있냐는 건데.
I'm asking what that old thing is doing here all on its own. Hong Lu tilted his head, thinking.
발톱을 이끌고 온 어떤
A
높으신
real big
분이
shot who brought the
저기에
claws
앉아서 모든
watched
걸
the whole
지켜보고
thing from that
있었거든요.
seat.
그러니 4대 가문이 저 파라솔을 구태여
Four
치우지
houses
않은
left the
이유는
parasol there because
길이길이 기억하라는 의미겠죠.
they wanted it to be a
모든
lasting
가문에게 보여주기
reminder.
위한
A warning for the
경고이기도
remaining
하고요.
houses, too.
기억이요?
Reminder? Reminder for
어떤
what?
것을요?
허락되지 않은 것을
We
함부로
mustn't
넘보지
seek what is
말라는
not permitted to us.
분수에 맞게 살다
That we should know our
분수에
place,
맞게 떠나라는
live the life we deserve, and part from this world the way we deserve.
이라고
Said the
어르신들이
elders.
말씀해 주셨답니다. 이제 들어갈까요?
Shall we enter now? Well, we all gaped about like fish out of water in this unfamiliar environment. Hong Lu casually walked ahead of us into the building like he was out on a mundane stroll. I know you said you heard it all from the family elders, but you saw everything that happened here, didn't you? All of it. Hong Lu paused, then turned around.
네. 아마도
Yes.
그렇답니다.
I probably did. I'm starting to have less and less idea as to what his smile really means. Oh boy. Oh, the first two nodes are just story. Okay. Wait. First ranking. Two floors, okay. So traumatized he doesn't even realize it? Yeah. Something. Which means that the results of the second round of the family hierarchy evaluation will become the final results of the event. In other words, the contestant who comes first place in this round will become our next honored and venerable Hierarch! As I speak, I've just been informed that the candidates have all arrived safely to their starting positions. Now, are you ready to get round 2 rolling? Aye! Don Quixote was the only one who gave an enthusiastic reply. Now, what must be done? Whack the first bastard we see. What else? This is supposed to be a simple battle after battle, isn't it? Oh my. Looks like we have some hot-headed contestants here raring to go even before my introductions are complete. But don't you think it would be helpful for you to hear the full set of rules and regulations before getting into the game? You heard her. Dear candidates, please inspect the area near your entrance points to locate a bundle of coins with a rope threaded through them. Ooh, this must be what the voice speaketh of. Pray, what might be the purpose of these round curiosities? Money? Hey, there's that familiar jingle jangle. Maybe it's some sort of local currency. Guys, the host just told us to let her finish, didn't she? Now, those coins have just become the most important things in the world. Want to know why, friends? That's because from this very moment, these coins represent how much life each of the candidates have left. Life tokens, if you will. Thou must make haste and take these tokens of life, young Huglu, that thy life dependeth on thee. Blood drained from Don Quixote's face as she hastily tried to return the bundle of coins to Hong Lu, but Heathcliff casually snatched it out of her hands. Let me see that, lass. These don't look like coins, but aren't actual cash. So how are these life tokens again? By now you must be wondering something like, so how are these life tokens again? And you would be absolutely right to ask that question. Allow me to now explain the rules of the second round of the family hierarch evaluations. Each candidate must keep their coins secured by the rope threaded through them and attach the bundle to their waists. Hiding them, swallowing them, hanging only some of them on your waist and keeping the rest in your pockets. Basically, any behavior that does not allow them to be on full display at all times is cause for disqualification. Disqualification. Oi! Take this rope now! Quit faffing about and tie it around your waist. You're the one who snatched it away. Each of you have been given 3 coins at the start of the game. If you lose all of your coins, you will be immediately eliminated. Young Ishmael, thou must tie the desperate knot upon the bundle of coins. Never let this knot be undone. Yep, working on it already. I don't think there's any need to hurry. In the second round, you will have a total of 2 hours to collect as many coins as you can. You might want to get on with it because the candidates' rankings will be decided by the number of coins they each have. So that's how I'm supposed to hang it. Oh, be careful with that. Relax. Short of a sword cutting through, it's staying put. I've seen to that. 3 coins now hung from Hong Lu's waist, threaded by a rope. And with that, let the second round of the hierarch evaluation commence! The second round begins, and the 2-hour time limit begins to count down. Oh boy. 0.5% extra damage for every coin, huh? Alright. Temporary alliance? We run into Jishin right away? It's one thing to keep our coins as safe as possible from any cannons we might come across, but it also means that our only means of gaining more coins is by taking them from the other candidates. Good point. Unless we're informed of a new rule mid-game, we must also prioritize taking as many coins as we can from the other candidates. Yeah, the host said that our ranks are decided by how many coins we have.
1차 가주 심사의
The subject
주제는
of the first round of the
오래전부터
hierarchy evaluation
공공연하게
has
알려져
been an open
있었습니다.
secret for a long time.
불로불사의
To find
단서를
a clue
찾아오는
toward
것.
freedom from aging and death.
하지만
However,
이번 2차
the only
심사는
information that has been made public
무력전이 진행되리라는 것
regarding the
이외에는
second round of the
어떠한
evaluation
정보도
is that it will
알려진 바
be a
없었죠.
martial contest.
숨겨진 규칙이나
Indeed, there may be
사회자가
secret
고지하지 않은
rules or
규칙이
rules
있다고
the
해도
host has
모두가
intentionally
공평하게
neglected to
이를
reveal
모르는
to
채
us.
참가했을 가능성이 높습니다.
However, it is of a high likelihood that, in terms of informational advantage, all participants in this game are equally under-equipped.
따라서
This leads to the
평소와 같은
prediction that,
즉흥적이고
should we engage in our
오분별한
usual
난전을
form of
이어간다면
confused brawls,
중간은
we should at
갈수
least
있을
place
것으로
somewhere
예측할
in
수
the middle of the
있겠군요.
pack.
어머, 왜
Ah,
그렇게
don't be such a
말을
downer,
우리는
Fao.
목표를
We
달성하려면
gotta make it to
적어도
the top
2등을
two
들어야
at
하는데.
least to get what we came here for.
그래도 아직은
Oh, at least
아무
we're not under
습격도 없는 것
attack
같네요.
yet. Sinclair gingerly scouts the surrounding area, anxious that another candidate might suddenly jump out of nowhere and snatch all of Honglu's coins away.
아직도 적의 활동은
No
전혀
any movement
포착되지 않는
detected yet.
아직
Otis muttered something similar as she marched forward, on high alert, standing protectively next to Honglu's bundle of coins.
다행이라고 할 수 있을는지
Not sure if it's a
모르겠지만
good thing, but at
건물이
least the
워낙
huge
크다 보니
size of this
다른
building means that
후보자들을
we
바로
won't be
마주치진
running
않을
into
것
other
같네.
candidates left and right.
여기저기 많이도 달려.
PP machines. They're everywhere.
기계.
I see some people making threatening gestures at the cameras up here, but please be informed of this rule. You break a camera, you pay up with a coin of your own.
저거 방금 만든
I'm
규칙
pretty
같은데.
sure she just made up that rule.
아, 이
Ah,
복도를
We should be able
따라가면
to keep
길이
moving by
이어졌던 것
following this
같아요.
hallway. Despite everything, Honglu still remains calm.
홍루 씨,
Honglu,
와본 적
you've
있는
been here
거죠,
before,
혹시?
haven't you?
네.
I have.
하지만 다른
But I don't
후보자분들은 아닐
suppose any
거예요.
other candidates have. Oh,
아니,
except Big Brother Chu, maybe.
지우님이라면 그리고 이곳에 걸음을 했던
Besides,
적이 있는
anyone
분들은
who's ever set foot in here is
이미-
already... Honglu stopped.
그래도 길을 잃을
At least we won't
염려는
have to worry
없으니
about getting lost.
다행이네요.
So that's nice.
방금
He
너무
was
노골적으로
absolutely
말을
about to
삼키지
spill something
않았어?
before he decided to bite his tongue, right?
그런데 나
So
아무래도
guys,
좀 이상한데.
I have this weird sinking feeling that I just can't seem to shake.
우리가 갔던 대관원.
Da Guangyan,
거기는
that place was
어마어마하게
huge, right?
넓었잖아.
Like stupidly huge, right?
가마를 타고
Like,
한참을 이야기하며
think about
가야지
it.
홍루가
We
살던
chatted a
곳을
while
도착할
in that
정도로.
palanquin before we got anywhere near Honglu's room.
사슴인지 뭔지도 뛰놀았다고
Yeah.
하고.
Apparently they have
호수
deer
같은 것도
frolicking in the
보였죠.
garden, a whole lake to themselves.
그런 공간들을
Right?
냅두고
So why are they
뭐
holding the
이런
family
섬뜩한
hierarch
곳에서
evaluation
가지대들을
as some
부리는
creepy
건데?
abandoned building like this when they've got more than enough space to spare there?
그것도 모르나.
Simple.
예술품은
Art
걸맞은
deserves an
곳에
exhibition
전시되긴
of equal
마련이다.
extravagance.
왜 굳이
Okay, but
번거롭게 이런 장소에
why?
불러서
Why drag us all the way out
우리한테
here?
감상시켜주려는
It's
것
almost like
같잖아.
they're trying to show us something.
어떤 걸?
Show us what?
대관원에
The
대한
pride and
자부심과
glory of Dong
영광을
Guangyan
그리고
and the cautionary
뭔가에
tale of
대한
the house of the
본보기를.
Kong family.
그래야지 장차 가주가
So that the
될
prospective
자에게는
hierarch and the other
다른
candidates would be
후보자에게도
reminded of their
널리 널리
downfall.
알릴 수 있으니까.
우리를 습격하려는
We weren't
불청객을
asking
물으려 한
you,
것은
intruder.
아니었는데.
Here to ambush us. The sinners all immediately took a defensive stance at the sudden appearance of a different candidate.
아,
Oh, don't
오해
get me
마.
wrong.
나는
not here to
너희와
fight you
싸우기 위한 게
guys.
아니거든. 1차 대전에서
Saw you guys earlier,
너희를
back
봤지.
during the first round.
신기한
I also
기술로
saw that interesting
치료를
healing
하던데.
method of yours.
그걸로
I'm guessing that's what you
1차 대전도
used to get
통과한
past the
거고.
first round of the hierarch war. Do
홍루
you
씨,
know this guy, Honglu?
누군지 알겠어요?
아니요.
Nope. But I
하지만
think he's from
왕씨
the Wang
가문분이신 것
family, though.
같네요.
I haven't exchanged
이야기를
many
나눠본
words with him
적은
before.
별로 없지만
왕자우
Wang Zhao.
모를 만도 하지.
Wang Zhao. I'm not surprised that you don't know who I am.
마주칠 일이
It's not like I
적었을 때
gave you much chance to get to know
나는
me.
골방에
I was
틀어박혀
always the type to
책이나
prefer
읽는 게
sitting in my room and
유일한
passing the time reading
소일거리였으니까.
books. He's not here to fight. He's here to make an alliance? Ha.
오랜 경험을
Listen
통해
here,
말하는
fella.
건데.
We're not here to make
우리는
any
동료
friends,
같은 건안
alright?
만들 거야.
We've had enough bad experiences with it as is.
어?
Yeah, totally.
이쪽도 같은
I
편이
get you
되자는
guys.
건 아니야.
I'm not here to make an alliance
단지
either. I
서로
just thought that
원하는
maybe
바가
we could at
충돌하지
least
않을
travel
것
together,
같으니
given our goals
동행
don't seem to
정도는
clash.
어떠냐는 거지. 나는
I'm not actually
가족이
here
되고
looking to
싶은
become the
마음이
next hierarch.
있기보다는
My goal is,
뭐랄까.
how should I put this?
샹치의
More
호
like
같은
wanting to become a
존재가 되고
pal
싶은
in a
거거든.
game of Shang-Chi. A
차까지는
canon.
너무
I have enough
거창하고
self-awareness to know that even a chariot is too much for me. We're talking... Not Pie Show. What's that game called? It's not Mahjong. Shoji? No. Shoji? No. It's like true... it's more like true Chinese chess than the Chinese checkers game. Crap, I can't remember the name of it now.
가령 이런 식으로
Let me give you a demonstration.
예를 들어볼까?
Catch. Marceau definitely snatched the coin out of the air with one hand.
나이스
Nice.
캐치네 메르.
Dang, nice catch, Mer. This is
이거
Is this
진짜 동전이에요?
real coin?
목숨값이라도
One of those life tokens or whatever?
뭐
Feel free to bite into it if you don't believe me.
야, 빨리 해봐.
Shogi. Shogi? Yeah, shogi. Oi, bite into it.
금과 같은 연질 금속이
That
아닌
method of
이상
material discernment
그런
is
감각법은
ineffective for coins
무의미합니다.
not made from soft metals, such as gold. Why would you just...
줘도
Are you
되는
sure this is a
건가요?
good strategy?
글쎄,
Well,
그건 이 사회자가 곧
I'm sure our dear host has something to say about that. The host's voice buzzed from the speakers not long after Wang Zhao's reply.
방금 동전이
Ah, a
자유로운
candidate has
후보자가
willingly
나왔군요.
handed over his coin to another.
그렇습니다.
Yes, of
후보자들은
course.
서로 동전을
The candidates are
약속하지 않고
permitted to trade
교환하는
coins
것이
and
가능합니다.
favors amongst each
이는
other
보수의 대가를
without
쓸 수도 있고
necessarily
여러
having to take them
전략적인
by
작전을
force.
위해 활용할 수도
You may
있을
use it to
테죠.
convince others to do your bidding, or use them to formulate various other strategies.
화폐라는 상징을 채택한
And the
이유는
decision to use coins as representation of tokens is symbolically appropriate. The host doesn't immediately catch onto what's going on, huh? It took her a moment to react to what Ryoshi was doing in front of that camera, too.
정확한 통찰이십니다,
Highly
관리자님.
discerning observation,
후보자의
executive
행동에
manager.
따라 규칙을 추가로 설명해
It
주는 것처럼
appears that she
보이는군요.
chimes in to add commentary based on the actions of each candidate.
관객들에게
It
행동에
is to
대해
keep the
해석하기
audience
위한
informed
멘트죠.
on the actions of the candidates.
역시
I knew
이럴
it.
줄 알았어. 반드시 빼앗을
We don't have to
이유는
take the coins by
없었단
force
말이야.
after all. Wang Zhao muttered with some satisfaction once the speakers fell silent again.
저
So,
이거 그럼
would you like to
다시
have this back
돌려줘야
now?
하나요?
그럴 필요 없어.
Don't worry about it. Consider it my
정보를
token of
얻는데
appreciation
도움을
for
준
helping me
값이라고
figure out the
생각해.
game.
주니까
Sure.
받긴 하는데
Thanks for the coin, I guess.
이렇게 미련 없이
So are you
소리
sure it's a
듣는
good
건가요?
strategy to just give away your coin like that?
목표가 1등이라면
Probably not. If my goal is to come in first place. But like I said
아까
earlier,
말했다시피
I'm more of a prey animal than a
나는
predator.
포식자보다는 피식자는 말이야.
I know that makes you more suspicious.
주위를 잘 관찰해야 해. 그렇게 하다 보면
Prey animals like
제일
myself have to remain
동전을
highly aware of our
많이 모아야
surroundings and
사람이
observe. And once you
누구인지
get good
알 수
enough at
있거든.
that, you'll see which of the prospective candidates should hold the most coins.
그게
And
나의
that's
전략이야.
my strategy.
오, 그게
Oh,
우리라는
and that's
거야?
us, huh?
동전을 제일 많이
Are you
모아야 할
saying that
사람이?
we're the team that deserves to hold the highest number of coins?
지금까지 줄곧 눈치만
Hey,
봤다가
I'm starting to feel pretty
칭찬을 받으니까
optimistic. Gee, it's real refreshing to finally have someone recognize us like this, you know?
입에 발린 말이다.
He's trying to butter us up. This man is just another boring old wheedling schemer.
그래도
Still,
시작하자마자
we're already
네
at
개나
4
모았어.
coins right from the get-go.
이쯤이면 꽤
I'd say it's a
순조로운
good start,
출발이네.
huh? And pause. just an alert. I'm still
이러다가
on call.
정말 1등이라도 하는 거 아니려나
We might actually end
모르겠어요.
up coming in first place at this rate,
그래서
which is not what we
어때?
want.
초반에는
So,
정보의
what do you
격차가
say?
승부를
Informational
가릴 수 있어.
advantage can be a pretty significant variable this early in the game.
나는 너희의
I follow
행동을
you,
통해
seek my chances, and
탐색을
feel
하고
out the game while
너희는
you gain
정보를
information.
얻는 거지. 적당히 서로
It's a
얻을
win-win,
것만
right?
얻다가
We both get what we want, and we'll go our separate
헤어진 거야.
ways when the time is right.
어떻게 하죠?
What should we do?
대신하고 저희 동전을
I
훔쳐
don't think he
달아나시게.
looks agile enough to stab us in the back and steal our coins. Sinclair asks, giving Wang Zhao a side eye.
무작정 동맹을
I think he
맺자는
makes
것도
a decent
아니고
case. It's not like he's
잠깐
offering us an
서로 이득을
alliance out of the
취하고 갈
blue.
길 가는 건
Like you
나쁘지
said,
않은 것
I think it's a
같은데요.
nice win-win strategy for both parties.
어떻게 하시겠습니까,
The
관리자?
decision is yours,
계략을
executive
꾸미는
manager.
것처럼 보이지는
It does not
않습니다만
seem like he has any
숫자
ulterior
우세를
motives.
앞세워 동전을
Perhaps we
더
could use our
요구하는
superior
방법도 있을
numbers to
겁니다.
demand more coins from him in return for letting him accompany us.
이미 동전 한 개의
A net
이익을
profit of one
확보하였으니
additional
동행이
coin has already been
부담스럽다면
secured.
이대로 지나치는 것이
If alliance with
합리적인
this
선택이다.
individual causes you concern, it would be a rational choice to simply cut ties while we are ahead. The sinner's arguments all sounded pretty reasonable, so I tried to signal Hong Lu, the actual candidate of the family hierarch war, but... Any thoughts on this, Hong Lu?
어느 쪽이어도
I think they all
괜찮아 보이는
sound
거
pretty
아니야?
nice. His reply is terse, cheery, and thoughtless. Seems to me that he's still unwilling to make a single choice. Let's accept his offer. Otis, please keep an eye out for any signs of betrayal.
맡겨만 주십시오.
You may place the utmost faith in me to carry out that task, Executive Manager.
잘 부탁드려요.
Let's do
왕자오 씨.
this, Wang Zhao.
그래.
Okay,
잘
Jiao Baoyu.
부탁한다. 가보.
Let's.
여전히
So, are you still the favorite child of the Da Guangyong?
가보기 인사드립니다.
Jia Baoyu extends his greetings to you.
아, 그래.
Ah,
보기가 왔구나.
welcome, little Baoyu.
오랜만이구나.
It has been a while, Baoyu.
보가
Answer them,
착한
Baoyu.
아이답게
You're a good boy.
대답을 해야지 않겠니? 네.
Okay. Wait, the parasol's there, but the building's still intact. So is this still post? H-Corp?
역시 언제 봐도 어여쁘게
Still as
빛나고
pretty and
있네요.
lustrous as always.
대관원의
He
변치 않는
truly is
오기라는
the
말이
unchanging,
딱이에요.
precious jade of Da
좋으시겠어요,
Guangyong.
가문님.
You must be so happy to have him, venerable Jia Mu.
아,
Ah,
걔가 그
so
가보기야?
he's that Jia Baoyu kid.
뭐야? 나는
Really?
엄청 대단한 애인 줄
I thought he
알았는데
looked
실제로
more
보니까 별거 없어
special, I
보이는데?
guess? He's actually pretty unimpressive in person.
아, 나
Oh, yeah.
엄마한테 제 얘기
Mom told
들었어.
me about him. Shh,
조용히 해.
shush,
함부로
child.
말 걸지
You
마요.
can't just talk to him.
I
think he just looked at me.
그런데 제가
So
왜
why do they all
그렇게
love
받는
him so
거야?
much?
몰라.
Don't know.
선생님이라도 발라뒀나
Maybe they
보지.
painted his insides with gold or something.
좋겠다.
What the heck?
나도 태어나자마자 저렇게
What kind
예쁘나
of child
바꾸겠다.
says that? Must be nice to be loved and coddled by everyone the moment you're born.
그런데 쟤
But
표정 왜
why
저래?
does he look so gloomy?
저 아이는 죽을 때까지
That
근심은
child will
없이
never suffer
평생
once to
살겠네요.
his dying days.
그러게요.
Yeah, and I envy him for it, but I don't know.
저 애는
I don't know why he's such a don't know why he's such a smileless child.
누구 시계가 가끔
Ain't
본다는
these
기억 아니야?
memories for Clockhead's
왜
eyes
우리한테도
only?
보이냐?
Why can we see it too? Huh? You saw that too?
황금가지가
It appears that the
수복되어
gradual reconstruction of the golden bow is expanding Dante's ability to
조금씩
peer into the
확장되어가는 것
fathoms.
같군요.
Is it? I'm not so sure myself.
지금은 그런
That
정도로
is enough for now,
충분합니다, 단테.
Dante.
어쩌면
Perhaps these
나중에는
powers will
이런
become
능력들을
controllable in the
자각해서
future.
원하는
used
형태로
as
조절할
one
수 있게
sees fit.
될지도 모르죠.
이렇게
Didn't think
어린
this is how I'd
시절을
be sharing my
여러분께
childhood with
보여주게 될
everyone.
줄은 몰랐네요.
Wang Zhao had also made it into the dungeon of the Fathoms alongside the rest of us. He must have seen Hong Lu's past as well.
다들 뭘 그렇게
What are
멍하니
you
서
guys all
있어?
standing around for?
여기서 계속
Don't tell me
기치고
your
있을
strategy
생각은
is to sit
아니지?
here and wait for the whole thing to blow over, is it? But it seemed that the vision was for our eyes only. Unlike the Hong Lu we know, the younger version of him did not have even a trace of that familiar smile. His eyes were fixed to the ground in silence, and that was all he did. Oh, okay, so we're gonna end up fighting both of these anyway. Ah! There we go.
저 살점을 찢으면 더 붉게 칠해지겠지?
Okay, this one in the back. Okay, everybody else can go wherever. I want them to. Already is in that one. Okay, I'll put him there.
양반이 떠올랐어.
하나.
그대 흔들렸군.
훌륭한 단발만해요.
We might not actually be finishing this dungeon tonight.
지령에게
Might
불확실한
have to
것은
put a pin
없네.
in it partway through.
어디에서도 볼 수 없게 색채로 운명적인 죽음일세.
We'll see how much of it we can clear.
훌륭한 단발만해요.
이게 힘든 날.
미래를 과거와 같이
Preparation room. A dilapidated wall blocks our path. There's a device on it with a label that says pick up your entry cards here. Next to it is a dial of sorts. Looks like they won't let us through so easily. Is anyone particularly good with these devices? I can't seem to figure it out. Interface with the device. Proceed. Gluttony. Yikes. Alright. Woo! Barely. Hong Lu fiddles with the dial for a bit. Then, with the loud noise of stone grinding against stone, the device activates. Authorization granted. Printing entry authorization card. An entry card slipped out of the machine. This should open a new path for us. Probably. Warn entry card artifact obtained. New path open
아름다운
on the map.
색이네요.
Perfect.
이 작품은 갤러리에 전시해도 되겠어요?
Oh. So it's like a hidden room we now have access to. It looks like we could go back here, so let's check this out. A certain rumor. We traversed down the hallway Hong Lu found, walking in awkward, depressed silence. until Wang Zhao broke it.
그러고 보니
I've been meaning
그
to
소문은
ask,
정말인가?
are the rumors true?
어떤 소문을 말하는 건가요?
What rumors?
가시춘이
The
가지고
rumors that
있던
Jia
술을
Shishan lost her
잃었다는
Heisho
거네.
pack.
뭐
Hey,
혹시
who
알아?
knows? Tell me
가치
something
있는
valuable
정보를
and I might just hand
제공해주면
over another
동전을
coin.
더 넘겨줄지.
Wang Zhao suggested, gesturing broadly at the coins dangling from himself.
안타깝게도
Unfortunately, I lost touch with Jishan after we arrived at Hongyuan,
자세한 건 저도 알
so I don't
수가
know any
없네요.
details myself.
그래.
Alright. Okay,
두고 보면
I guess
알게
we'll see in
되겠지.
due time.
알다시피
As
흑수를
you know,
잃었다는
losing your
건
Heisho pack
사지 중에
is a
하나가
bigger
날아간
loss
것보다
than losing a
더 큰
limb.
손해니까. 만약 소문이
If the rumors are
사실이라면
true, then she must be
지금쯤
having a
꽤나
pretty
고생하고
hard
있겠네.
time out here. Jia I wonder if she's doing okay.
언제나 그랬듯
She'll be okay, like
괜찮을
always.
거예요.
She's a plucky one
씩씩한
after all.
아이니까.
Somehow, Hong Lu ended up comforting Sinclair. As we continued down the hallway, chatting, we eventually found ourselves before a shut gate.
들어가 보죠.
Let's head inside. So I wonder where that leads. Upon entry, you'll no longer be able to travel to other nodes of the dungeon. Honglu will fully heal and have the No. So what's in here then? Huh? Oh, right. Okay, so this doesn't go anywhere. That's just... Ugh, okay. No need to fight that, so we'll proceed. Swift She family mercenary. Oh. And one that we haven't seen. Veteran heavy. Okay, let's go. Oh, we got story too. Ooh.
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미집도.
여긴
This place
실험실이었던 것
looks
같네.
like a laboratory.
남아 있는 건 없고.
There's nothing left. Not even a faint blood fragrance.
숨어 있는 쥐새끼.
Though I sense a scurrying rat. A
쥐새끼라니.
rat?
말 조심해라.
Know who you're
너희는
talking to
누구지?
before you insult them. Who are you?
다른
We're
후보자예요.
different candidates clan.
안녕하세요.
Hi, I'm Bayu of the
가시
Jia
가문의
family.
보기란
Hong Lu extended a placid greeting.
가보.
I thought you had 12
열두를 데리고
companions,
다닌다더니
Jia Bayu.
왕가
So
놈도
what's
있잖아.
this Wang guy
너
doing
벌써부터
here?
동맹을 맺은
You've already
거냐?
made an alliance.
가복
A
주제.
thing like you?
아, 동맹은
Ah.
아니랍니다.
But we're not allies.
뭐라 말해도
Doesn't seem like he's
저쪽은
buying
안
it.
믿을 눈치인데.
Doubt he ever will.
저분은
So who is he,
누구신가요?
Hong Lu?
홍루 씨.
He's
그러니까요.
he's
사시가문 분이신데.
I'm pretty sure he's from the Shi
사-
family. So he must be Shi.
사.
There's an awkward silence.
오,
Hua! Come on, man! Hua!
아,
Ah,
고맙습니다.
thanks for the help.
사.
So he's Shi
와.
Hua something.
그래, 거의 다 왔어.
Good, you're getting there.
거기에
You're
이제-
getting warmer. Now let's.
지금 둘이 뭐예요?
What the hell are you guys doing?
진짜.
Forget it. Who
아무렴
gives a
어때?
shit anyway?
참가자들이 모두
If every
공평하게
candidate
동전을
indeed
가지고
has the same
있다면
number of coins,
너 같은 놈은
I should
동전을
prioritize
빨리
finding
빼앗아야
weaker candidates
높은
like you
순위를
to
차지할
steal
수
from.
있겠지. 대체 무슨
It's beyond
배짱으로
me where you even got the
난데없이
guts to
가주대전에
throw your hat in the
참가한다고
ring for the
했는지는
family
모르겠지만
hierarchy war
말이다.
out of nowhere.
대간원에만
Last I heard,
처박혀있다가
you were roaming the
헬령처럼
city like some
돌아다닌다던데
unemployed lout after spending years holed up in Dagwongyang.
무료함이
So what brings you
채워지지
here,
않았나
huh?
보지?
Had enough of the city tour.
다행히도 심심할 겨를은
Luckily, I
없었어요.
never had a moment of
밖에는
boredom.
신기한 것들이
I
참
found so many
많더라고요.
marvelous and interesting things out there.
세상에는 지붕이
Like,
없는
did you
방에서도
know that
주무시는
there are
분이 있다는
people
걸
out there who sleep in
아셨나요?
roofless rooms?
이게 누굴 놀리나?
Asshole! You think you're
반드시
funny? I
탈락시키고야
swear I'm
말겠어.
gonna eliminate you here.
인기가 많네.
You sure know how to make friends, young Master Bayu. Unintentionally trolling this guy. Or maybe it's all intentional. There's headless corpses inside those capsules. So you are the unknown. She wants something. Oh, good lord. 3 unbreakable coins. Oh, crap. Like, got any damage equal to rupture potency? Owie. Flash lose 75% less damage. Damage dealt by this skill cannot target. Or stagger. Okay. Plus 10% against on you. Gain 1 charge every time this unit consumes 10 cumulative charge count. Flash power up. Damn. Loses all HP. This encounter. The encounter ends. Okay. Charge gain 100. Why? Why? Okay. Go here. You. Let's see.
Sauvage.
Woo.
이 순간이 닿아도 베어내리라.
Here we got 2 colors on them. No bleed yet though. Damn.
지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Continue.
예측할 수 없게 어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에. 대응 완료.
이 순간이 닿아도 베어내리라.
파우스트, 신체 파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
꺼내주십시오. 나쁘게 힘이 됐나요?
미래를 과거와 같이 왜냐하면 예술을
Shua is still kicking. Where are you? Cannot see. Oops.
이 시계 소리 또한 끊어지겠지.
Hit him. She's at 7.
양밤이 떠올랐어요.
그 슬픈 눈빛, 오늘의 심장이 잠깐 저릿해.
이 순간이 닿아도록 베어내리라. 원망도 엿하지.
임파스터.
Oh, okay. Let's see this guy. He's got the increase that. So we can get 11 depots. That's totally. Missing?
아직 어른일 뿐인가 보구려.
예측할 수 없게.
Yeah, okay. What? I thought. Oh, wait, no, I retargeted him, right.
자, 그대 흔들렸군.
Yep, I had him take the counter.
오늘의 심장이
혈관에 돋게. 나쁘지 않아요.
Yikes.
이 순간이 닿아도록 베어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿아도록 베어낼 뿐.
Hey, we did it.
자,
Now,
있는
hand over your entire coin bundle. Cough it up. I know you don't have many.
라고 하기에도 얼마 안 되는 개수일.
하지만 이걸 다
Take all my
빼앗기면
coins. I'll be
바로
eliminated.
탈락인데.
그래.
Yes,
마침 잘
exactly. Our eliminated
이곳의
candidate
탈락자들은
subject to
직결
summary
지령인가?
execution here.
그런
That wasn't a
규칙은
rule.
없었어.
자, 몇몇
Looks like
후보자들이
some
드디어
candidates have
뜨거운
finally
논의를
had some
가지게
exciting run-ins with one another.
이번 대전의
As a
핵심은
reminder, the
제한
goal of
시간
this game
내에
is to
최대한
collect
많은
as many
동전을
coins
모으는
as
것이죠.
possible within the given time limit.
후보자 간의 협력과
Sure,
구성은
cooperation and
좋지만
alliances are all well and good, but when negotiations go up in smoke, might becomes a pretty reliable fallback plan. Don't you worry though, the shadows of Hongwon hiding in the corners of the arena will safely guide any coinless candidate out of the building. Oh, by the way, resisting them is kind of a terrible idea. I heard they're faster to act than to talk.
흑수를 배치한 모양이군요.
They must have placed the hay show here. What the hell? That's bullshit! Of course, if you've lost more than your coins, your life for example, I suppose the hay show will be escorting your corpse out of here instead. You heard her. Would you like to have your corpse escorted out, or would you rather leave on your own accord? Fine. My coins are yours. Take them all. Ah! A candidate from the Shi family has been eliminated from the game. What an overwhelmingly dominating display of charisma from the opposing candidate's clan member. If you have been eliminated, please come out to the hallways, forfeit your weapons, and wait for further instructions. Please note that any eliminated candidate loses all rights and privileges appertaining to candidates of family hierarchy evaluations and... Oh, I remember now. His name's Shi Huajin. Already up to 7 coins, huh? Hey, that's not bad. Let's wrap this up ASAP and get the heck out of this creep house. We are beset in all directions by sorrow and tragedy. This appears to have been a laboratory for an unknown purpose. Yixing's eyes scan over the various machines that are messily strewn about the room. Kong family's laboratory, most likely. Yeah, saw the plaque earlier. Apparently their entire family got completely annihilated after presumably breaking a taboo or something. Going by what Hong Lu said earlier, gathering from everything we've heard about the Kong family so far, it sure sounds like they're all dead. It was in the time before the Jia family wielded as much power as it does now. Boy, the Kong family really was something back then. Outputting a constant stream of new, groundbreaking boluses with all kinds of unique qualities can't have been easy, but they somehow managed it back then. Because the Kong family had made such impressive contributions to the city as a whole, even past the boundaries of Hongwon itself, the other families had no choice but to watch in awe as it stood like a mountain so far above them. Yes, I heard that they delved in various research subjects here. Well, despite all that glory, what awaited them at the end was tragedy. So there's no record or evidence of any kind left that could tell us what kind of experiments they carried out down here. Nope. It all got purged. Anything to do with their experiment has been practically atomized by the claws that came here. Perhaps, in search of the novel, they failed to notice the avarice spiraling out of control, a recurring development among those whose passion is research. For a while, people from the high and mighty families of Hongwon refused to even look in the general direction of this building. They thought it was heretical, thought it would bring them misfortune. Of course, I was pretty young then, so this is just what all this is just what the adults told me. Do you recall aught from then, Hong Lu? I was also very young, only 10 years old, so my memories aren't very clear. But I do. I recall. I recall the day when the weight of avarice broke both the heavens above and the earth beneath the Kong family and smote them. But our existence is as fragile as paper, bound to fade away into nothingness just as they have. So, I guess that's why we should always be mindful of excess, to empty ourselves that we will not overflow. Hong Lu spoke so calmly and clinically about the day when countless lives were lost. Thank you so much again, everyone who is here today, for the Kong family and Hongwon's eternal prosperity. This Must be a recording from before the Kong family's complete annihilation. Let this experiment be another resounding success for us, so that everyone in Hong-Yuan will be a step closer to achieving immortal life. Do know that our success is a guarantee. So we would like to ask all research personnel to put their very best into every project. Hey, look, there's the headless corpses. Do you see now? It was a matter of formula, but rather it was not a matter of formula, but rather the process, the order of formulation that diminished the efficacy of your previous bolus. Let me demonstrate by example. Directly mixing two diametrically opposed ingredients, safflower, which carries an element of fire, with fleece flower, which carries an element of water, will cause a repelling reaction. What does the Kong family do in such a case? Use white peony or gold in between the addition of either ingredient so that they may coexist. Yes. A rudimentary application of the bolus production methodology. However, one thing we must know is that the law followed by our ingredients is not defined solely by the 5 phases and 8 trigrams. Though the 5 phases are correctly aligned, ingredients each imbued with elements of the sexagenary cycle, distinguished by both the heavenly stems and the earthly branches, all exhibit different effects. Another aspect of this art to consider is that space-time itself is a variable that modifies the laws by which yin and yang operate. Thus, even if the same recipe were to be followed to the letter, the hour, the minute, and the second during which the bolus is combined affects its quality and characteristics. So that's why following the same family recipes could yield boluses of varying effects. You must also remain wary of where one stores the boluses once they are completed, and when to remove them from shade. Do keep in mind that a wise forger of boluses always remains acutely aware of the harmony and discord that exists between ingredients. You certainly have an exceptionally high degree of expertise when it comes to boluses. I cannot help but always depend on you, so you're the only person who would ever come up with such innovative ways to forge these boluses. You've managed to untangle this side effect in a matter of moments, while we struggled with it for months. We cannot help but feel a tinge of shame before your skill. Consider this boon good karma for your vast and profound generosity. It is all thanks to your wisdom and acumen, Venerable Jiamu. You deserve every reverence and admiration for coming this far, armed with nothing but your skill and wit. And as they admire your achievements, they'll find hope as well. Of course. No one could have possibly foreseen that the Planishi family would produce the next hierarch, after all, especially someone without a proper clan. Oh, that's not what I had intended to convey, Venerable Jiamu. If I had offended you by any chance, worry not, for you have spoken true. I understand that it was all thanks to the Kong family's generosity that I could rise. I know better than anyone that you could have easily eliminated me before I had the chance to ascend to the seat of the family hierarch. And you would have done so, had you wished to further solidify the Kong family's position here. In fact, our hearts were truly stirred by the most unexpected outcome of the family hierarch war. You have clutched victory with nothing but wisdom when all odds were against you. Not to mention that we are greatly appreciative of all the assistance you have so graciously provided us. Save your compliments, please. I am only honored that you saw any use for my insignificant tricks. After all, our collective pursuit is to prolong the eternal prosperity of Hong-Yuan, is it not? Grandma, are you making new boluses again? Indeed, little Baoyu. There's karma to be repaid. And do I have to keep coming here with you, Grandma? Yes. This beautiful scenery will not be complete without you as its witness.
폭로군
You have frequented this
이곳에
place with
꾸준하게
regularity, Honglu.
걸음했던 것인가?
네,
Yes,
할머니가
grandmother
제
often
손을
brought me here to
이끌고
play, hand in
이곳으로
hand.
놀러 오게 하셨거든요.
Oh, are you
너희가
guys done
잠깐
collectively
멍 때리는
spacing
동안
out?
내가 또다시
I've been
생각을
thinking while you were gone,
해봤는데 꽤 흥미로운
and I've come
상상을
up with something
떠올렸어.
quite interesting.
제한 시간이 끝났을 때
So,
순위를
since the results of the
결정짓는
second
게
round are
이
decided
가주
only when the
선발
time's up,
2차전의 핵심. 분명
I'm sure
이렇게
there are
생각하는
candidates out there
후보자도
coming
있을
up with
거야.
strategies like
적당한 양의
collect a moderate amount of
동전만
coins,
모은
find a
후에
nice hidden
같은
corner to lie
장소에서
low,
가만히
wait until
있으면
everything blows over, and we
꽤
just might
높은
walk away with
순위를
a
노려볼
decent
수
rank.
있는 게 아닌가
Know what I mean?
하고.
불안한 요소는 많지만
There are many points of failure
전투에
to that
자신 없는
plan, but
후보자들에겐 유효한
it would
전략이겠고.
indeed be an appropriate strategy for candidates who are not so confident about their odds in open combat.
그러니까 말이야.
Right?
하지만
But here's the
기껏
thing.
관객들을
Wouldn't it
불러
make for such a
모아
boring
중계까지
show
하고
if most of the candidates are
그런
just hiding and
후보자들만
doing
있으면
nothing for the majority of the
보는
game?
사람들이
I mean,
더
they
재미없지
even made the
않을까?
show gathering an audience for this song and dance.
아마 분명
There must be... I sensed a very subtle vibration the moment we walked out of the lab and into the hallways. Wang Zhao must have felt it too. He stopped in his tracks and looked around. Hold on.
소리 안 들려?
You guys hear that?
자,
Well,
그럼 동행은
looks like this is where our brief
여기까지로.
fellowship comes to an end.
잠깐뿐이지만
That was a short but
즐거운
sweet exchange,
대화였어,
Zhao
가보.
Baoyu.
하지만
But
이곳에서
I don't think
동전을
you're the
가장
one who
많이
should hold
가져야
the
할
most
사람은
coins.
아닌 것.
What?
대전이 끝났을
Once
때
the games end, I
서로
hope we'll all
원하는
find what
걸
we came
얻을
here
수
for.
애초부터
We
중도까지만
weren't planning
함께할
on
자이긴
sticking with him
했지만
through the entire round, but
좀
yeah, it's
갑작스럽긴
a bit sudden,
하네요.
huh? I
그래도
guess it's better than a
뒤에서
full-on
칼로 찌르는
betrayal.
것보단 낫긴 하죠.
이대로 헤어져도
We're going to
괜찮은
our
걸까요?
separate ways, just like that.
저자를 신경 쓸 시간은
There is no time to
없을 것
spare
같군요.
worrying about him.
전원
Attention!
3시 방향으로 전력
Full
질주한다.
speed sprint toward 3 o'clock direction. Go, go, go!
어?
Huh?
뭔데?
What?
이거
Oi,
알려주면
at least tell us what's
이러지!
going on!
앞을 봐라.
Eyes forward! The walls are
벽이
rising
올라오고
from the
있다.
floor! That's when the host's cheerful voice began booming from the speakers, excitedly explaining the situation. Let's keep things interesting with a new rule! And this one's for you, dear viewers, who must have been bored out of your minds with how safe the candidates were playing things. Starting now, walls are going to start closing off rooms and corralling our candidates every set interval, shrinking the arena. If you somehow end up trapped in a room, if you fail to make it into the shrinking arena, well, that's an elimination, of course. Of course?
역시
Looks like it's real chaotic out there. Now, let's try not to push your luck and get yourself stuck between walls, okay? It'll be one hell of a cleanup job to have to scrape and scrub your bits off the walls. Better get moving. We began sprinting full speed to where the walls were starting to rise from the floor, the host's snidely chipper tone taunting us the whole time. Whew. Looks like some of you didn't make it. You were so close, too. And ouch! I spy a candidate who's been separated from her clan in the chaos. Whoa! Try not to lose your coins in the chaos. Uh-oh. Who got separated from their clan? So Jachu has 12 coins. We have 7. Damn, he's already got that many coins. Whew, story segment.
내가
I
이분이 떠나기
I
전에
swear she's gonna get
저는
a
면상은 꼭
fist to her
후려치고
face
만다.
before we leave this place. Man, I really should have done some cardio with you guys. Whew. My legs are screaming at me to take a seat and rest, but we simply did not have the time to sit still. We've got no choice but to keep on running. Honglu,
폭로군
This place must not have
어린아이의
offered much
시선에서
diversion for a
과거의
child.
이곳은 그다지 무료하지는 않았는가.
Was it not drab or tedious?
할머니는 환에 있어서
Grandmother really knew
정말
a lot
많은 것을
about
알고 계시는
boluses.
분이었어요. 이곳을 쉴 새 없이
Every time I was here, I would always watch her take
연구원분들께
command of
지시를
the room,
내리셨죠.
fiercely bringing about a storm of directions and orders for the researchers.
그래서 보고 있기에
So no,
무료하진 않았던
it
것
wasn't
같아요.
drab or tedious.
그리고
And
폭로군?
Honglu,
떠올려 보니
thinking back on it,
할머니가 이곳으로
whenever
가자는
grandmother
말씀을
summoned me
하셨을
to visit
때마다
this place together, I
조금은
think
반가운
I
마음이
felt a bit
들었던
of
것 같네요.
happiness.
뭐예요?
Why?
그건
That's when Otis suddenly came to a stop, raised her fist, and motioned in a way that caught everyone's attention. She'd been walking ahead in the vanguard. Stop!
멈춰봐.
She saw something up ahead.
뭐가 있나 본데?
한 명인 것 같다.
Figure up ahead. Solo.
세가에서 떨어져 나간
Hopefully, she's a
후보자는
candidate
좋겠군.
who's been separated from her
혼자라면
clan.
손쉽게
Should be
동전을
easy
얻어낼
points
수
for
있을
us if
테니.
that's the case. Otis muttered with a bit of anticipation. It really seemed like she was in her element here.
괜찮아요, 오티스 씨.
Don't worry, Otis.
저와 안면이 있는
I am
분이시네요.
acquainted with her. However, contrary to Otis's wishes, she was not one of the candidates.
설씨가의
She's
호의를
a
한다는 자.
bodyguard of a Jue family candidate.
데오, 왜 혼자
Why are you
이곳에
here all
남겨져 있어?
alone, Dayu? Or Teo?
신기하네.
How funny.
방금까지 네
I was just
생각을
thinking
잠깐
about
하고
you.
있었거든.
You-
오라버니?
For the briefest moment, her eyes looked at Honglu with disbelief before hardening into a stern expression.
제가 그대들의
I must have
경비를
alarmed
산
you all.
모양이군요.
Apologies.
실내 벽이 갑자기
Walls
나타나서
came out of nowhere. Excuse me. My
아니,
inattentiveness has
제
separated me
부주의로
from the
인해
rest of the
세가와
clan.
떨어지게 되었습니다.
그럼
So,
세가
you have no
사람들이나
idea where the rest of your
다른
clan
후보자가
or
어디
your
있는지도
candidate
모르는
is.
건가요?
예,
No.
하지만 여기에 있다가
But if a different
다른
candidate finds you
후보자들을
here
마주치기라도
alone,
하면
비록 세가의
they will
이론에
attempt to
불과하더라도
eliminate me,
제거하려
though I
하겠죠.
am but a follower,
그
because it
편이
would be beneficial
앞날을
for them
위해
to do
이로울
so.
테니.
Where's your weapon?
데오, 그럼 이곳에서
Dayu,
계속
then
네가 따르는
have
자를
you been
기다리려고
waiting
한
here all
거니?
along, waiting for the one you followed to return?
네.
Yes,
저도 모르게 믿고
I
싶었나
suppose I
봅니다.
did. In the belief that I simply waited in the same place where we became
가만히
separated,
기다리고
they would
있으면
eventually come back for me.
언젠가는 그럴 리 없지.
Foolish belief.
공간은 점점
The arena
줄어들고
is
있고
constantly shrinking.
고작 한
They
명을
wouldn't
찾기
take the
위해
risk of coming
위험을
back here
무릅쓰고
just to
다시
pick up a
돌아오진 않을
straggler.
테니. 그렇군요.
Of course,
맞는
they
말씀입니다.
wouldn't. The air between us had become palpably awkward with impressive rapidity.
오라버니는
I
다른
suppose
후보자보다
it could be
조금 더
said that you have a
유리할 수도
certain advantage
있었겠군요.
over other candidates here.
이 장소가
You're
누구보다
more
익숙할
familiar with
테니까요.
this place than anyone else,
그렇지
are you
않습니까?
not?
예전에도 지금처럼
Silence
끝까지
again,
아무것도 말해주지
just like
않으셨죠.
then. Just like when you refused to tell me anything to the end.
공멸일 이후
In all those years, I was in your
오라버니를 모셔야
service
했던
after the complete annihilation of the
긴
Kong
세월 동안에도.
family. Bayou! Big Bro Bayou! Here, here! What happened now? You're looking so glum again. We're still gonna play the game you like today, right? Oh, don't tell me. Are those meanies back at it again? I'll kick their butts with this new move I learned yesterday. No, it's okay. Don't worry, Dayu. I still don't understand why they say those things to me, but I still think I could be their friend one day. Young Master Bayou, do you know the whereabouts of the Venerable Jiamu? She says she'll be at the lab for a little bit. Oh no, that's not good. I have something to tell her. It's actually, very urgent. I need more of those boluses to maintain this body, but she just wouldn't return my attempts to reach her. So I thought I would pay her a visit myself and... What the? Are you okay? Big bro, hide behind me. He's not from Hong Yuan. I see. She must not have discarded her clone for over a week. Foolish girl. I warned her time and again that either the clone with a clone brain or the original must be discarded within the week of production. It seems that she could not bear to relinquish this new body of hers, unburdened by ailments of both body and mind. Grandma, is there anything we could do for her? The head will not suffer those who have broken their taboos to live. This is the omnipresent terror they cast over us. They are always watching, always primed to appear no matter where you are. Even as you eat, even as you slumber, even as you are wed. The circumstance matters not. The context is meaningless. If a taboo is broken, they will be there to carry out the sentence, almost as if they are the executors of the natural law. Let us leave here, Bayou. Be careful! Don't touch her! I think she's gone. She's not breathing. But look, her eyes are still open. I want to help her close her eyes. It's too cruel and sad for her to be all alone, even in her final moments, looking at this lonely place. Bayou. Then come here again tomorrow, then again the day after. Grandma brings me here every day anyway. It's going to happen whether I want to or not. Why would you say such a thing, Dayu? Because whenever I see you, I see the face of someone who's just about ready to leave this world forever. Okay? Promise you won't leave me alone in here. I'm just as scared of this place as you are. It feels too big, too vast. But just by thinking about playing with you, flying kites with you, it all makes me feel a little better. The restructuring day has begun, it seems. I hate these restructuring days. I hate the sound of those bells. Rest easy, little Bayou. For these restructuring days will not touch us. GuangCaiArts only expands and never shrinks as the homes of the poor do. Grandma, do you think GuangCaiArts can change? What has prompted this question? Because I want GuangCaiArts to... Oh! Are you okay? Stop the palanquin! Please help me pull him up. He's gonna fall. What? I'm sorry? Young master, it's too late for him. Helping him now won't do any... How can I just turn a blind eye and pass him by like nothing happened? He's right here and right there in pain. Please help me pull him up, please. Little Bayou, you cannot save them, let alone everyone. And if you cannot save everyone, it is wiser to not try at all. I know I can't save everyone, but at least this one person who's about to fall, please. You struggled to move past this during the last restructuring day as well. So, has your struggle managed to save even a single life? No. So, Grandma, still. Try it then. It'll be much better for you to learn this lesson early. What is it, little Bayou? I must have been mistaken. I thought I saw someone watching me. Once the memory faded, Linda stumbled before leaning on a wall. What was that? Visions? Or the memories I never wish to see again. Wait, she saw that too? Did you just see that too? What kind of... Dante, Perhaps this is another feature of the previously discussed expansion of your abilities.
모르겠군요.
So, does that mean I can show our sinner's past to non-sinners too? And it's totally out of my control.
가능성을 완전히
That
부정할
possibility
수는
cannot be
없지만
entirely dismissed,
그렇게 완전한
but it
무작위로
is unlikely that your
작동하지는 않았대요.
abilities activate with no
조건이
discernible
있을 겁니다.
pattern. There must be a condition that must first be met.
기준이
I wonder what
뭘까요?
that might be. Wang Zhao from
아까
earlier seemed
왕자오라는
unaffected by it.
아무 반응도 없었는데.
해볼 수 있는
A
추측은
possible connection can be drawn to the
감정의
rising
고도와
level of one's
연관성.
emotions. The visions,
수감자들에게
even when they
발현되던
activated
능력도
for the sinners, were
평온한
brought on by
상태에서
certain
이루어지진
emotional
않았다고 보입니다.
triggers.
그렇다면
In such a case, an
수감자의
individual who
감정이
is a part of a
고조되는데
powerful memory
영향을
that
끼칠
causes the
정도로
sinner's
강렬한
emotional state to drastically
그 안의
spike
인물이라면
could trigger a
공룡
resonance
반응을
effect.
이끌어낼 수 있을 테죠.
Honglu,
대호,
Deo,
네가 그리 말했는데도
I ended up leaving you all alone, Da Guangyong,
혼자 남겨두게
in spite of
되었네.
your pleading. So, your
그러니까 너의
resentment is
원망은
justified.
정당해.
제가 듣고 싶은 건
You
그런
know
말이
that's
아닌
not
거
what I
아시지
wanted to
않습니까,
hear.
오라버니? 그날
Nothing.
이곳에서
You
무슨 일이
refuse to tell me
있었는지
anything
조금
about
더
what happened
이야기하지
here on
않고
that day. Your only
그저
response
웃기만
a
하셨죠.
smile. And I see that
지금처럼요.
hasn't changed. Honglu's only solace in those unwilling visits to the laboratory was that he got to spend time with Lin Dayut.
그날 이후 대부분의
After
시간을
that day,
대관원에만
you
틀어박혀서
wasted your days away,
바깥에
locking
나오지도
yourself
않고
within the bounds of Da Guangyong, never leaving its premises even once.
제 물음은
And when I
핑계좋은 웃음을
inquired,
지으면서
you'd only make a
얼버무리고
sorry smile, not giving me an answer all the same.
그러다가
Until one day,
돌연히
completely
대관원을
out of the
떠난다
blue,
하셨죠.
you said you'd be leaving Da Guangyong.
공멸일의
You
사건으로 소중한 사람들을
weren't the
잃은 건
only one who lost those who were
오라버니뿐만이
important to them in the
아니었는데.
annihilation of the Kong family. In fact,
아니
did you ever truly
대체
care about
오라버니가
anyone to begin with? There was a silence. Her questions were sharp and thorned, but Honglu made no attempts at making excuses or denying her
맞아,
accusations.
대호.
You're right.
나보다는 네가 겪은
You
아픔이
must have
훨씬
suffered so
더클
much
거야.
worse than I have. So
헤아릴
much
수
so
없을
that I
만큼.
can't even begin to imagine it.
하지만
But even if you
설사
were
네가
to
모든
learn
걸
of
알게
everything that
된다고
happened,
한들
what
그
will that knowledge
지식이
do to
네
heal your
아픔에
pain?
무엇을 해줄 수 있을까? 괴로움도 즐거움도
All this suffering, all
전부
this joy,
찰나에
they're
불과한
just
거야.
moments
그저
bound to
흘러갈
be lost in
뿐이었으니
time. Trying to catch
흘러간
what
걸
is destined to
잡으려
slip
해도
away will only bring
잡을 수
pain
없어
to your
마음만
heart.
괴로워질 뿐이겠지.
Nothing more.
알고 있어요.
I know.
하지만 제가
But what I
무엇보다
really
견딜 수
couldn't bear
없었던
was it's
건 무엇이
just-
오라버니를
just what happened to you that.
죄송합니다.
Apologies.
다소 감정이
I
격해졌군요.
must have lost myself for a moment.
주인도 아닌
It
다른
was
후보자에게
improper
이런
of me to
감정을 드러내는
show
건
such emotion to a
옳지
candidate
않은
who's not my
일이었습니다.
master, or
무례를
even a
용서하세요.
relative.
오라버니.
Please excuse my impudence.
그
So,
중요한
I'm
이야기
really
중에
sorry about
미안한데
having to bring this up in
슬슬
the middle of
자리를
a
옮겨야 할 것
serious
같지 않아?
discussion, but don't you think we should probably get moving?
꽤 많은 시간이
Enough time
지체되었습니다.
has passed. The walls
머지않아
will begin
이곳에도
invading
벽이
this
올라올
space
테죠.
soon.
대호, 네가
How
괜찮다면
about you come with
우리랑
us?
같이
Only if you'd
움직이겠어?
like to, of course.
보차 노이를 만날
At least
때까지만이라도.
until we run into Big Sis Baochai again.
그건 연민을
Tossing me a
적선하시는
pinch of
건가요?
pity.
아니,
No,
혼자서
because this
이곳은
place is too
위험하니까.
dangerous to be alone.
오라버니와 함께 다닌다면
If I travel with you, will
아까와
I
같은 기이한
see more
환영을
of those bizarre
다시 볼
visions?
수 있는 건가요?
글쎄.
Well, I don't
그건 내가
know.
아니라 관리자님의
That was the
힘이라서.
manager's power, not mine.
네가 계속 보는 걸
I'd like
권하고
to
싶진
recommend
않지만
against going through more of these
말리진 않을
visions,
거야.
but I won't stop you.
그럼
Then
실례하겠습니다.
please excuse my intrusion.
동행에 폐가 되진
I'll try my
않도록
utmost to not be a burden to you.
하겠.
Okay. Oh boy. Is there like a hidden room? Oh boy.
마침내
There's a suspicious looking door to the side. Should we check out what's inside? Yeah, What should we do?
네가 결정하던가.
Your choice, self-appointed class president. Heathcliff replied nonchalantly.
그럼
Well, all right.
들어가 보죠.
Let's head right in then.
그래,
Yeah, smooth moves. She. Let's just pretend none of that happened. Turn around and keep walking. What happened? I don't. I just didn't expect that, you know? So, does that mean that we can move on like nothing happened? Or is it a case of no backsies? That's when the host's voice, after a long silence, suddenly began buzzing again. My, a certain candidate has, in his plan, elected to bravely open a mysterious door, only to immediately slam it shut in fear. Right, so, I won't name names on account of it being a rather embarrassing display of spinelessness, but hey, I'll give you guys a chance to rectify that. Manager Esquire, we must open the door once again post haste. An agile craven we shall be made, should we not act swiftly? Don Quixote ran up to the door and began bouncing up and down with genuine panic. We did see something pretty ugly looking in there, but it wasn't an abnormality or a distortion. I didn't feel anything like it around here either. I don't know. That almost makes it worse. It might seem like the host is there just to make some goofy commentary on us. But everything she says so far has at least one grain of truth to it. Let's check out what's inside. We won't know what's waiting for us in there unless we actually face it. Ishmael, now motivated to make up for her earlier blunder, confidently opened the door. The same type of coin we received at the beginning of the game is hanging from the entity's neck. Another demonstration of Marceau's impeccable observation skills.
정말이네요.
You're right. Why is it wearing a coin? Well, given the circumstances, we could probably gain that coin by kicking this monster to the curb, right? We desire only to repent. An internal repentance. We desire only to repent. An internal repentance. The thing endlessly repeats an unknowable mantra. It sounded at once desperate and hopeless.
확실히 이형의 존재들은
They're
아니네요.
certainly not abnormal beings.
네.
Yeah, that's what Dante just said.
말한 거잖아요.
Hong Lu began as though he recognized them.
저분들은
They're people.
사람이에요. 홍원의 죄인들이죠.
Hongwen's condemned. The condemned howled madly as they charged us. Time for a fight! Oh boy! Okay, on heads, get defense up. Spark the third coin to unbreakable at less than 50 HP. Okay. 58%. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's a chain fight.
Sauvage.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
파우스트, 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다. 감상은 어떤가요?
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지어 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
왜?
몸만
긁혔어?
지나.
이제 힘이 됐나요?
1 simultaneous click. The coins hanging from the condemned's necks clattered to the ground. As many candidates must have realized by now, this game provides its contestants many ways to obtain those precious coins. You could gain them by completing battles in some special rooms, or... Aha! Another candidate has obtained some coins! Despite the host's energetic voice, we couldn't help but be disturbed by what Hong Lu said. The condemned of Hyungwon?
그게 무슨 소리였는가?
What is the implication of that particular choice of denomination?
예전에
Years
어르신들께서
ago, when the elders had told me of
여러 가지
many
옛날
old
이야기들이
fables and
있었어요.
legends,
그리하여 얼굴
then
위로는
a
달걀
rooster's
뼈시
crest is grafted over the
다리
visage,
아래로는
a goat's
염소의
hooves
굽이
move
움직이고
beneath the legs, and an
팔에는
elk tree's
고목이
branches
자라게
extend
되었으니
from the arms. Thus closer,
영원
Dagwangyeong
무궁에
grows
한
to
걸음 더
boundless
가까워진 것이다.
eternity.
환에 대한 실험을
Experiments
말하는
regarding
것이요?
expansion of the bolus technology, is it?
직접 본 적은 없지만
I haven't seen it myself,
대관원의
but I
지하
once heard that there is a
어딘가에는
laboratory beneath even the
은밀하고
basements of
귀중한 환을 위한
Dagwangyeong
실험실이
built to research
존재한다고
secretive and valuable
들은 적이 있어요.
boluses.
그 실험을
And they experimented on these prisoners.
적지 않은
It's
날개에서
not exactly a unique
심심치 않게
practice
버리는
among
일이긴
wings.
모든 화는
I believe that the smallest speck of greed lies at the origin of all
시작되는 것
misfortune.
분명 홍원이
I do not
원하였던
believe that the
불로
definition of immortality that Hong Young originally
이런
sought
모습을
is the
바라고
same as the
시작한 게
one they
아닐
seek
겁니다.
now. What took you so long, Big Bro Bayou?
미안.
Sorry,
오늘은
Yamu's
가모님의 실험이
experiments
늦게
went on
끝났어.
for longer than planned.
좋겠다.
That's so cool. I want to see what they do in there too.
왜 형만 들어가?
No fair. Why are you the only one who gets to go in there, bro? I'm a fast learner too.
난
I'm
배우러
not
가는 게 아니야.
going in there to learn anything.
그럼
Then how come?
모르겠어.
I don't know.
그냥 보는 거야.
I'm just there to watch.
이상하다.
That's weird.
형은
It's not like you have to
우리랑
work for
다르게
anything like we do to live a nice life, bro.
가문의 오기라서
Maybe it's
그런가?
because you're the precious jade of our family?
야, 가환.
Hey!
그런 말 쓰는 건
Yeah,
아니라고
Juan.
말했지.
I told you not to say stuff like that, didn't I? Want to see what new moves I learned yesterday? Sorry, I won't do that again.
안 그럴게. 아무튼 오늘은
Anyways, today we're going to play a ball game.
공을 서로 차서
Here's how it
땅에
works.
떨어뜨리지 않는
We're going to start by
사람이
kicking
이기는
this
거야.
ball at each other, and the one who lasts the longest without dropping the ball wins. Are they playing hacky sack?
그런 놀이를 왜
What's
해?
the point of playing a game like that?
재밌잖아.
Because it's fun, duh.
나는 환 만들기
I want to
놀이하고
play a
싶은데
bolus making game.
모래들이랑
Gather a
사과들이랑
bunch of
나무
sand and
잎이랑
pebbles
씨앗을
and leaves and
섞어서
seed to make a
최고의
bolus,
환을 만드는
and the
사람이
best
필요해.
bolus wins.
안 돼.
No can do.
모름지기
Remember,
인기와
I'm from
가치와의
the Lin
아이들이라면
family, and you guys are from the Jia
해봐야지.
family. Children of these noble families shouldn't play a nerdy game like that.
형도
Big
필래?
bro, want to come play with us?
하나,
Oh, little Juan.
안타깝지만
I'm sorry.
나는 그
As much as I would like to
엄숙한
join you in that
경기에
very
처지가 못
serious
되는구나.
game of yours, I don't think she'll let me play.
내가 가면 규칙 위반이라고
Now he's going to give both
배우기가
you
한
and
소리
me
할
an
거 아니냐.
earful about the rules if you drag me to the game. Isn't that right?
가환.
Yeah,
너 일부러
yeah,
빠지려고
Juan.
그러는 거지.
Juan. I don't know anymore. I'm done. You're trying to pull out of the game, aren't you?
알았어.
Fine,
공놀이가
fine.
끝난 다음에는
Let's play that bolus making
만들기
game
놀이를
once we're
하자.
done with the ball game.
그리고
And
내일은
tomorrow, we'll play whatever Big Bro Bayou's favorite game is. How's that for a plan, huh?
나는
I'm
다 좋은데.
good with anything, really.
그래도
But what do
오라버니가
you
좋아하는 게
want?
하나 정도는 있을
Here's
거
some
아니야.
homework for you. When we meet
생각해와.
tomorrow, you better come up with something you like, okay?
조급함 일줄은 내
I
알고
understand that I may be letting the impatience get the better of me, but
지난번에 언질한 그
how
이
certain are
13번째
you about the
흑수에
plan
대한
regarding the
정말
13th branch of the
자신 있는
Heisho pack?
언제 내가
Have I
실패한
ever
것을
let
본
you
적이
down?
있는가? 가문의 힘은
Ultimately,
흑수에서
a family's
비롯되는
power comes from the Heisho they wield.
하지만 흑수는
Yet, ever since the olden days, there have been but 12 branches of
그
them,
수가
which is what
제한적이기에
maintains the stalemate between the
좀처럼
great
가문 간의
families.
균형이 깨지기 힘들 흑수들은
Yes,
분명
the Heisho are the
대관원의
shadow of
그림자이자 탁월한
Dagwongyong,
손발이지만
its most dexterous and
무결하지는
capable
않다는
limbs
것임은
yet.
자네도
They
알지
have their
않는가?
failings. An immense physical cost follows their explosive strength.
그만큼 막대한 설령
Even if you wield a Heisho pack, it is difficult to expand their numbers as their population is strictly controlled by the Heisho Xianren of each branch. Indeed, no one could even attempt to create a new branch, for the Heisho Xianren have concealed their unique bolus recipes. Yet I am wise in the ways of bolus making, and armed with the Xianren's insight. With help from the Kong family, this is certainly a viable endeavor. The Kong family once led the forefront of the city's medical sciences with your bioengineering achievements, yet now you must know that your family's place in the city is quite precarious. There have been developments for easier treatments, better modifications. Superior singularities are rising from all corners of the city. At first, they were only subjects of study and research, but through various applications, many of them are now entering the stages of mass commercialization. H-Corp will fall by the wayside if the current trend continues. One day, it may even decline so far as to fall prey to a war of the wings. Hongyuan hides many valuable secrets, as they are often passed down from generation to generation. Certain areas within the territory even lead into the ruins as well. Many wings even consider us a treasure chest to be cracked open. For the city to fear Hongyuan, to fear the Kong family, you must wield absolute power. Power that perhaps a new branch of Heisho with mass production capabilities could provide. Would you keep this a secret from my wife? I would like for this experiment's success to be a happy surprise for her. In truth, we received news from the doctors that we have managed to conceive a child. Thus, if we were to coincide that event with our discovery of this new, auspicious path toward what was once considered an impossibility, would it not be a happy cause for all of Guangyang, no, Hongyuan, to rejoice? If you require any assistance, materials, or people, simply say the word, and us Kong family shall provide. So, shall we let this be a secret between you and me? Duly noted. I will prepare a special bolus to celebrate the birth of a new life. This seems to be a good time to return home for the day, little Baoyu. Grandma, why do you look so happy today? The doltish fish has snagged the bait I have been preparing for a long time. My offer must have been far too tantalizing for them to simply let it pass. The Kong family's pretentious overconfidence remains a marker of their bloodline. They have done well hiding it underneath the veil of generosity. But one's nature cannot be overcome. Now, let us hurry. The revered Xianren awaits us. Lindite had peered into the memory as well with the rest of us. The ball game. She fell into a brief contemplative silence as she seemed to recall a long-forgotten memory. I remember. You won that game. I remember it because it was the first time you ever beat me in a game of physicality. I remember being covered head to toe in sand. I remember Jiahuan whining about that little scratch on his hand. So he did. Honglu muttered as though he was talking about something that happened an eternity ago. Dai shook her head, shaking herself from the reminiscence. The 13th Heisho branch. What is it? This has to do with that taboo, doesn't it? Much time has passed since then, but no matter what question you ask me, no matter what reply I give, it will not be the answer you want. That is not up for you to decide. You will never find what you seek, so why even try to gain it, and for what? That is why I always replied that your questions were such meaningless inquiries. That is why I do no more than observe. Honglu, are you okay with seeing all these memories? Honglu tilted his head to the side curiously, as though he couldn't understand why I had asked such a question.
좋고
I don't think it's a matter of
나쁨보다는
whether I am okay with
생경한
it or not.
느낌이네요.
It just feels
잊으려 했던 기억도
unfamiliar.
아니었고
It wasn't a memory I wanted to
그렇다고 해서
forget,
다시
nor was
떠올리고
it a
싶은
memory I
기억도
wanted to recall
아니었거든요.
anyway.
그 당시 제가 받아들였던
The emotions I
감정이나
felt then
기분은
feel so
전부
distant from me now.
지금은 마치
I feel like I'm
위에서
looking down
내려다보고
at them
있는
from somewhere
느낌이에요.
so high up.
그래서 괜찮냐는 것에는
So I don't know what to
무엇라
say to a
답해야 할지
question like,
모르겠네요.
are you okay?
저에게는 더
Because I
이상
have
변할 게
nothing more to
없으니까요.
change.
홍루군의 기억으로 미루어
Maybe
보아
gathered that from Honglu's memories,
가모라는 자가
it was Jia Mu who
13번째
first made the
흑수에 관한
suggestion
실험을
of researching
먼저
the
제안한
13th facial
모양새구려.
branch.
하지만 공 씨가
However, it also
실험을
appeared that
원했던
the desire
모양으로
was
보인다.
mutually shared by the Kong family as well. Yeah, but it did seem like they were driven mad with greed, like the plaque suggested. They certainly had ambition, I won't deny that, but still.
맞아요.
Right? I know I only have this vague feeling to go on, but it seemed that they really wished the best for Hongwon.
이곳에 30년이 채
What
안
I've
되는
come to
해를
realize in my
살면서
almost
느꼈던
30 years of
것은
life in here is
인품과 성정이
that it is
너그러운
exceedingly
지도자를
rare
만나는
to
건
find a leader who is
쉽지
generous
않은
in both
일이라는
character and
것이었습니다.
temper.
대부분의 사람은
Most refuse to give
타인에게
anyone
기회를
other
주려
than
하지
themselves a
않고
chance.
눈앞에
Everyone's so
가진 것을
blinded everyone
더욱
to everything
움켜쥘
but
뿐이었지요.
their immediate profit and interests.
하지만
But the
제가
people of the Kong
기억하는
family,
공가의
at
사람들은
least the ones that I remember,
적어도 기회를
sought to give
주시려는
others a
분들이셨습니다.
chance, at the very least.
입지 하나 없던
It
저희
was only by their
임씨가
support that
그나마
our Lin
호위 가문의
family,
자리까지 올라올 수
formerly so
있었던 것도
insignificant,
출신이
could
아닌
become a family of
실력만으로
guards
호위를
because they
선발한 덕분이었으니까요.
prioritized selection by merit, not by the nobility of their births.
하지만 공가가 멸문한
But
뒤로는
once the Kong family
그
was
견고한
eradicated,
4대 가문
every
외에는
family
그나마
other than the
있던
four
기회조차
pillars
모두
lost any
박탈당했죠.
means of upward mobility.
그래서 그분들이 욕심에
So when I
눈이
heard that they
모든
were
것이 끝났다는 말을
simply
들었을 때
gone, all because they were blinded by greed, it felt as though
아직 어린 시절이었음에도
I was just a child then, but I
그때
vividly
느꼈던
remember
감정은
that crushing
선명하게
feeling.
남아있습니다. 참담함.
It was devastation.
이제는
Because
내가
I no
돌아갈
longer had
곳이
any place to return
더
to.
이상 남아있지 않았으니까요.
Man, you've been dealt a heavy hand, huh? Must have been hard out here. Regardless of these revelations, however, the family hierarch war was still ongoing. So, with Gregor's succinct words of consolation, we moved on from the area, away from the rising walls. Oh, he's progressing. Okay, so we have to fight to get to these. Okay.
서두르지 말고
It's gonna be
느긋하고
Pekatulam.
여유롭게.
Oh boy. Yes.
어디에서도 볼 수 없을 색채로.
훌륭한 단말만해요.
이 순간이 다 되어 베어내리라.
결정, 해본. 좋아. 지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
한 쌍의 상황볼과 24개의
이
늑골이
순간이
자아내는
다
티비아의 멜로디가
되어내리라.
왜? 좀 아듀.
예술적이네요.
That was quick. Alright, what is this event? Ahem. You must be Jabayu and his clan, right? I, got separated from my faction when the wall suddenly burst from the ground. Some are still with me, but I don't think I'll get very far like this. Can you help me find where the rest of my faction is? Hey, if you help me out today, I'll look out for you when I become the family hierarch. Come on, man, help me out. I don't know. Hand over entry card. Eliminate him and take his coins. In this case, kill him, take his coins. Not give my card. I might need my card. Just as I was about to explain to the sinners that we don't necessarily have to fight. I mean, do we necessarily have to help him? So instead, I make a suggestion to the sinners that we should probably just beat him up and take his coins. Most sinners not in agreement. What the hell? Seriously? You're gonna fight me? Do you have any idea who I am? I'm the eminent She family's. And sinners start beating him up before the conversation got any longer than it has to be. Okay, when to get a coin.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
What's this? Chain battle.
어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
임파스터.
그려낸 대로
여기 심장이.
이 순간이 다
아듀.
되어내리라. 되어내리라.
필연적. 절대적.
이거야, 힘이잖아.
훌륭한 단말만 해요.
Okay, got some coins. We got 3 of them even. Hell yeah. Oh. So if we go here,
반드시 팬다.
because it looks like when we transition rooms, we can't go
거미집도.
back.
지금까지와 앞으로의 모든 것을
소바주.
오늘 여기 심장이. 잠깐 저리 대기. 그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
알바나 이거야, 힘이잖아.
되어낼수록 이 순간이 닿도록 되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지워 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 뿐.
Alright, so what's this event got for us? Oh, we got coins from that too. There are several talismans glued to the wall. I can feel the wind blowing through the barely visible cracks on the wall. Seems like there's something on the other side. Maybe there's a hidden passageway here. The sinners take a moment to investigate the room and find a wall with conspicuously arranged talismans of different colors. Oh, these must be colors that match each of the cardinal directions. Looks like we'll have to peel these talismans in the correct order. Should we try peeling the talismans? Let's try. There's something written on the blue talisman to the west. Looks like they're indicating that this is the first talisman to be removed. When I remove the talisman, the walls begin to shake. Which one should I move next? See, this is supposed to be the blue. So red, which would be north. Walls are now shaking with greater intensity. Which one should we peel next? The center. East and then south. Finds some twinkling coins strewn about the debris. Hell yeah! New path on the map. This looks like it's a dead end then. So does that mean we could still go in here? Let's see. One speaks a hollow lamentation. The other yearns in an empty desire. One is a moon on the water's surface, a reflection. The other is a blossom's image in a mirror. Flowers have bloomed over the bodies of the prisoners. I don't see any movement. Looks like they're all dead. These flowers possess the augmentative qualities of H-Corp. They will most likely provide some advantage in the battles to come. Which flowers should we pick? Nameless herb, lotus, or spider lilies? Spider lily? We pick the red spider lily. The flower transforms into a small bolus, and the other flowers blossom in the mirror. Let the prisoners rest in peace. We move on after paying our respects to the dead. Sanguine Blossom Bolus. Among allies who lost HP, one ally with the least percentage HP percentage deals missing HP percentage divided by 4% damage. Okay, additional. Okay. Oh, got flower in the mirror as well. Interesting. Continue. Okay, so it looks like we can go to that room.
설레네요.
See what other ego gifts we can acquire.
예측할 수
이
없게
순간이 닿도록
어중간한 예술은 물어뜯어 고칠 수밖에.
신체타의 예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
이게 심장이
임파스터.
잠깐 저릿했기에
그려낸 대로.
훌륭한 말만 해요.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어냈건
더 야성적인 깊이로. 당신을 소재로 써보고 싶습니다.
잠깐 저리 대기.
Right. So what event will we get in here? We enter a new room and see a bound prisoner next to a bolus on a table. There, we see a candidate standing around as though they've been waiting for someone to arrive. Ah, now we have enough people for the special game to commence. Please direct your attention to the bolus on the table. Observe it well. It is a bolus currently in development here at H-Corp. It is yet to be commercialized for mass market use. Apparently, it can help restore your vitality once taken, but let's see how true that is, shall we? Do you think this is indeed a successful new product, or is it a failure? Now's the time to place your bets with your coins. Guess, is it a success or a failure? The candidate who gets this question right gains all the coins in the pool. I have to gamble. I wonder if the image is supposed to give me context clues? I'm gonna say it's a failure. The other candidate bets on success. How many coins should we wager? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I can back out. It's only 3 coins to wager. Could just do 2. Wager 2. Prisoner swallows the bolus and immediately begins screaming with pain. He drops to the floor unconscious after wildly writhing and thrashing around for a minute. Oh, what a shame. It was a failure. The candidate who betted on being a failure gains the coins, while the candidate who bet on it being a success must submit their coins. Okay, so I got 2 additional coins. Cool. I'll stop. There's probably story here. This floor looks pretty big, but this might be all we get of it. Well, given the time we have left, I think I'll still go ahead and progress. But after that, we'll be done for the night. So we might go. We'll be going over most likely.
3일
But
시작.
I don't think it'll be too bad.
여기는 인기척이 있군요.
There's someone here. Damn it! Had to run into a different candidate now of all times.
왕시가의 청산입니다.
She's a Qingshan of Wang family.
부상을 입었군. 누구한테
You're
당한
hurt.
거지?
Who did this?
가치우.
Jiachu.
그자에게서
I barely
겨우
escaped him.
도망쳤어. 혼자 공멸이
Why do you have to come back? Disappearing from Hongwon like that after investigating the annihilation of the Kong family, I thought he'd never return. So why now?
동전도
He
거의 다
took
빼앗겼어.
almost all of my coins.
그자가 모은 동전.
Was he carrying
보였나?
many?
그래.
Yeah.
허리춤에
To the point where he was running out of space to carry them. That's not good.
난관이군. 가보.
Jabayu.
우리가 이 가주 대전을 위해 얼마나 많은 걸 바치고 이러는데.
We sacrificed so much of ourselves just for this day. Just for the family hierarch war.
너는 홍원 밖에서
Meanwhile,
풍족하게
you could have
지냈을
continued
텐데
to live large
뭐가
outside
아까워서
Hongwon.
대전에 참가한 거야?
What are you even doing here? What more could you possibly want?
그 동전들 제발 나한테 넘겨주면 안 돼?
Please give me those coins. Please. Nope.
너는 어차피
Come
가주가 될
on.
생각도
You don't even care
없잖아.
about becoming the
너 같은 게
hierarch.
가주가 되어서 뭘 한다고?
It's not like someone like you do anything with all that power.
맞는 말씀이긴 하네요.
You're not wrong.
하지만
But I'm
동전은
sorry.
못 드릴 것
I don't think I
같아요.
can give you my coins.
죄송해요.
잘 들어. 앞에서
That's
누가
it.
건방진
Listen up,
소리를
rich boy.
짓거리면
Some
너는 사과가
sod
아니라
thinks they're
이 몽둥이로
smart,
응징을 해야 한다.
prattling on about shite like that. You don't apologize to him ever. You let a club like this do the talking instead.
몽둥이를
You said a
써봤자
club would only grow
저를
the
미워하는
resentment
마음만
in her
더 커질
heart.
뿐일 거예요.
아니 일단 적어도 네 속은 후련해질 거 아니야.
At least it'll make you feel better. Aw,
제
Heathcliff.
마음은
I never needed to feel
언제나
better.
괜찮았던 걸요.
그럼
Then,
남은 세가를 모두 동원해서라도
I swear, I'll use the remains of my clan
이것을
to
빼앗아
take
다시
what is
기회를
yours,
잡겠어.
and seize my opportunity once again.
난 어떻게든
Because I
살아남아야
am
하겠습니다.
going to survive no matter what.
곧해야 독이 든 잔을
You insist on
마시겠다면
drinking that poison chalice, then we have no choice.
어쩔 수 없지.
Wang Shishan stumbled to her trembling feet, weapon in hand.
네,
Okay, if
여러분들이
that's what you like to
그러시다면요.
do. You haven't written about you yet. I beheld two different eyes. One of Honglu, who was willing to let the flow carry him away, and the other Lin Dayu, swirling with a kaleidoscope of emotions. These guys are certainly interesting. Evil possessed deathrite monk. Okay. For omen talismans? 30 negative 30 SP or less convert this one into unbreakable. More omen talismans. One hit without cracking. So lots of rupture. Oh! Yikes! So what do you do then? What I thought kind of looked like a monk. Okay, so you're doing a lot of the same stuff. With 80%, okay. Two SP from 3 random allies, fires SP to do its own. It brings its HP down to half or less, notify the damage it in the turn. Oh. just really need Shinshin to die more than anything. She's got that one. These two have this one.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
더 야성적인 깊이로.
결정, 해금, 초월, 지령에게 불확실한 것은 없네.
Oh, of course, all three of these guys are gonna be.
소바주. 둘.
마지막으로 남길 말?
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어내.
미래를 과거와 같이.
Some debuffs. Oh man, little human. Crap. Oh, he ran off the field, right? Okay.
그려낸 대로.
Like, what the heck?
이게 심장이 잠깐처럼 된.
필수지. 사제방어.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
예술적이네요.
Off the field? Since we're so that was interesting. Oh, it's back to that. Okay, and then
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
순간이 다 늘어 베어내리라. 베어내리라.
앞으로 하나.
그대 흔들려.
파우스트, 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
살벌의 독재. 나쁘지 않아요.
임파스터.
왜냐하면 예술을.
hey, there they are. They came back. Okay. Nice. Oh, okay. That's not gonna stop that one. Harmless resurrection.
그려낸 대로.
퇴장 시간이 되었답니다. 그럼 안녕히.
항상 저희 영감을 일깨워 주시는 거예요.
Hey, alright, okay. I thought that'd be worse. Took Wang Shishan's remaining coins.
개수는 얼마 되지 않지만.
Well, that's not a lot of coins. But hey, it's still... I fail here miserably. Haven't accomplished nothing. They might kill me when I get home. I have to do something. Anything to be a proud sister to my little siblings.
무시하고 계속 가죠.
Come on, let's leave her and keep moving. It's not like getting eliminated is an instant death sentence. Oh, how crazy some of these families are. You don't understand. You've done nothing but watch all your life as this fight defined our entire lives.
맞아요.
No, I don't
저는 모를
understand.
거예요. 앞으로도 그럴
And I
거고요.
never will. Without a reply, she shambled out to the hallways, weeping. So,
사람이 좋아서
all that
화를 안 내는 것도
passivity
아니고.
and talk about not getting angry was because you're a nice guy.
생각했던 것보다
You're more
어려운
difficult than
사람이네요.
I thought.
홍루 씨는.
Am I?
그런가요?
공간이 줄어들면서
I'm getting more and more.
앞으로도
It's
점점
getting more and more
다른
likely that
후보자들을
we'll be
만날
running into
확률이
other
높아지겠네요.
candidates as the space around us shrinks.
네.
Yeah,
그리고
and another
확실해지는
thing.
것
It's getting
같아요.
clearer every second.
이곳에서
The
우리가
biggest
제일
threat to us now
주의해야 할
continues to
적은
be
가치요.
just you.
그자겠구려.
Hey, as long as we don't get more coins than
최대한
him, right?
마주치지 않기를
Let's hope we never run
열심히
into that guy.
봐야겠어요.
아, 이게
Oh, so that's it, huh?
이걸로 12번째 탈락자가
Well,
나왔습니다.
elimination. Almost said candidate. Yeah,
확실히
and then all the mediocre
어중이
candidates must have
떠중이들은
been
모두
eliminated by
탈락하고
now.
그럴듯한 후보자들만 남았겠어.
How many were even going in? The remaining ones got to be a tough bunch.
그건 그렇고.
Anyways, there certainly are a lot of
실험
posters
실력이
around the
저기.
lab here.
실험 결과를
We're
사람들
going to
앞에서 발표할
present the
예정인가 봐.
researcher, not researcher, the research to the public, huh?
네,
Yes.
맞아요.
They were. Typical. I guess researchers just can't help showing off their achievements, huh?
성과를 누군가에게 보여주고 싶.
뭐 지금은 청소
Well,
인재
too bad the
발표
sweepers
인재가
in the claws tore through
저를
everything.
해집어놨다며.
Even the
이
posters.
포스터 내용도
Hang on a minute.
뭐야 이거?
Why are these posters
왜
untouched?
멀쩡하냐?
그들은
They did
이
not
포스터를
destroy the
건드리지
posters.
않았군요. 금기와 조금이라도
Once they are
연관되어
put to
있다면
task, they are
이 말의
extremely
흔적조차
thorough with
남기지
erasing
않는
any
그들이
evidence of the
이
taboo having
포스터를
ever existed.
놔두었다는 것.
But the fact that these posters
이
remain
포스터에서 홍보하는
should
실험과
lead to the conclusion
그
that the
결과는
experiment advertised on
금기와
these
전혀
posters
상관이
is an
없었다는
entirely
말이
different
되겠군요.
one than the experiment that broke the taboo.
네?
What?
그럼 어떻게?
Then how?
단순합니다.
Simple.
이 실험은
This experiment is
공나리의
unrelated to the
원인과는
annihilation of
관련이
the Kong
없다는 것이죠.
family.
가모라는 사람은
Then this
공시가
Jamu
손을
must have
빌려
prepared an
또 다른
entirely
실험을
separate
준비했다는 말이
experiment
되겠네요.
using the Kong family
자기는
support
빠져나갈 수 있는
with an
모종의
escape plan
계략까지
just for
꾸민 채로
herself, too.
기억이 나요.
I remember
저
those
홍보
posters
전단지 발표 날이
and how
다가올수록
excited everyone
모두가
was the closer we got to the presentation.
공시가가 만드는 화는
Boluses made by the Kong family always
언제나
performed
모두의 기대를
beyond everyone's
뛰어넘었으니.
expectations, after all.
그런데 가모님, 왜 보옥도련님을 계속 이곳에 데리고 오는 겁니까?
Venerable Jamu, may I ask why you continue to bring young Master Vayu to this place?
이렇게 어린 나이면 실험에 대해 제대로 이해하지도 못할 테고.
I don't think he's even old enough to understand what these
번거로우실 텐데요.
experiments are for. Not to mention, it must be quite troublesome for you.
당연한 걸
You ask a
묻는구나.
question with an obvious answer.
이 실험은 앞으로 홍원의 운명을
This
좌우할
experiment will
만큼
define the
중요한
destiny
실험이야.
of Hyungwon itself. Okay.
그런 중대한
It is only
자리에는
right that the
마땅히
Jada dog
대관원에 오기
Gwangyong
있어야
is
하지
here to witness
않겠느냐.
such a great undertaking.
그렇군요.
I see.
그런데 보옥도련님은
Huh. Now that I'm looking at young Master Vayu,
영 웃지를
he's
않으시네요.
not much of a smiler, is he?
가문의 귀중한
He looked
오기인데
much better with a
웃고 있는
smile on
모습이
his
훨씬
face.
보기 좋지
He's the
않을런지.
precious jade of the family, after all.
그저
His
존재하는
existence
것으로도 가치가
itself
있으니
is precious.
때가 되면 알아서 빛이 날 것이야.
This jade will shine when the time is right.
자네가 신경 써야 할 건 그 실험이네.
In the meantime, draw your focus entirely to the
무슨
experiment.
말씀인지 알겠습니다.
Right.
이 실험이
I see what you
아니라
mean. Not
그
this experiment, but
말씀이죠.
the experiment.
그러고 보니 이제
That
정말
reminds me
시간이
that we
얼마
really
남지
don't have much time.
않았네요. 공시가의 세가라면
They say that every
하나도
clan under the
빠짐없이
Kong
기대에
family is
부풀어
quite
있다고
excited
한다.
about the announcement.
그래, 시간이 얼마 안 남았군.
Yes, indeed. The time is nigh.
이제 머지않아.
The time is nigh indeed. Okay, I think I know what Grandma did. She orchestrated it so the Kong family would fall while saving her own hide. Okay. Yep, this will take us down to floor 2. Oh wait, please don't tell me they're sorry, just going down. Damn it!
이제 시간이 얼마 남지
Alright, so we're going over a little. Okay, the end of the game is nigh.
않았으니 공간이
The stage
좁아지기
shrinks once again.
시작합니다.
Looks like
아까보다
today's
뛰는
cardio day for
익숙해진
everyone, huh?
후보자들도 보이는군요. 공간은 줄어들고
It shrinks and
줄어들면서
shrinks, and now has
이제
corralled the
무대는
contestants a
한층
floor
아래로
below to the
내려갔습니다.
basements.
흥미롭군요.
Things are really going to get interesting from here on out, so don't take your eyes off the spectacle.
여기는
This place looks even more deserted than the
아까보다 분위기가
upstairs.
삭막한데.
이 장소도
This looks just like another lab, but I wonder what they did down here.
확실하게 다른 점
A
하나가
notable
있다.
difference is that there is
이곳에
nothing
남겨진
left in
것이
here.
하나도 없.
네.
That is a
달리
correct
말하면
observation.
여기서부터
This is where it must
시작되었을
have
겁니다.
begun.
금기와 관련된
Everything that was
모든
connected to the taboo.
버티고 있는 후보자의
The number of
숫자는
remaining
착실히
candidates is still
줄어들고 있고
shrinking.
우리는 계속해서
We need only
동전을
collect the
모으기만 하면
coins.
된다.
Do not lose sight of our
목표를
mission, no
망각하지
matter
말도록.
what. Otis gave us a consistent and constant stream of encouragements as we moved from room to room. And there we go. Okay, thankfully that was brief. Just save our team. Oh. Oh boy. This will be interesting when we come back. Alright, so. To window. Alright. So when we come back on Saturday, we will be wrapping up this dungeon and then probably the rest of Canto 8. Maybe not all of Canto 8, but a good chunk of it. And then whatever happens will be left for Monday after. So, thank you so much everyone for joining, and I will see you possibly on Wednesday if you want to watch some seamless co-op Elden Ring. If not, I'll see you Saturday. Toodles!